And suddenly, ooh, and suddenly, ooh, we back. We back, y'all. We are back. If you guys want to join the conversation, we are getting to it tonight. My name is Truth Hurts. If you are not familiar with me, I give some of the best advice in the world. I give some of the best advice in the world. We want you guys, yeah, we here, man. We are on live. We are on YouTube. We are on Facebook as well. And if you guys would like to join the chat, if you would like, I'm cracking up. If you guys would like to join the conversation, you have to come over to my YouTube, click this link in order to join the live. Um, but you have to come over to my YouTube channel. That is the only way that you'll be able to join the live. Yep. So click this link. Um, what's up? Good evening, y'all. Good evening. To join the live. Anyway, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. I just put the link up on my YouTube channel. We are giving advice, but this is also a live podcast as well. So if you guys have questions, we absolutely have answers. I am the best in the business. I am the best in the business. Listen, and if you really feel that way, go to my YouTube channel right now. That's where we will be doing this tonight at. That is where we will be hosting our conversation at. You got to come over to my YouTube channel, baby. That's where we live at right now. Nothing but the truth podcast. And so when you see people up on my live, that is where we are at. We are literally on YouTube right now as we speak. And I want you guys to come over. I want you guys to hit the likes, but most importantly, I want you guys to subscribe, man. We get into it. We are answering questions. We are talking about topics. I had a lot of women that felt the way about women that are washed up. Um, Let me see. Is it white? It's still fucking white. I wonder why it's white. That's like so weird to me. I'm confused. So, are you seeing a blue link or a white link? I'm like totally lost. Are you seeing a blue link or a white link? Let me reload. We just reloaded it and let me see what we get as far as a new link and it's still white, right? So let me see cuz for some odd reason it shouldn't be white. The link should be blue. And so I just posted it. Yeah. So anyway, if you guys want to come up, all you got to do is copy the link. Um, and we got my good brother Isaiah here. I don't know why the link is coming up white, which is extremely frustrating. Um, Damn, this is like so disheartening. Somebody's saying the link is blue. So
You know what? I go in through um what is this? Chrome. I think if they use a web browser, Google Chrome, it works better than Safari for those that have iPhones. Because when I was trying to go in through Safari, that's when y'all couldn't hear me at the
okay,
time.
they're saying that it's blue on YouTube. So for everybody that's on YouTube, click the link, man. I
Yeah,
want you guys to come up. I want you guys to tap on and come over to my YouTube channel. We are getting into these topics, and one of the topics that we are going to lead with is I want you guys to talk about. There are two YouTubes. Well, I don't know why there's two YouTubes, but whatever. But one of the topics that we are talking about is why does it seem like when a woman's value is actively decreasing, her standards actively rise. I've never understood that. Like what is that about? Like, could you explain that to me, or why do you believe that that happens?
I feel like it's a conscience issue. I feel like at that point they're trying to make up for something that they obviously know that they're lacking. I feel like they're trying to make up for something that they obviously know that they're lacking, right? And so what I mean by that is you realize that you didn't put in the necessary work to keep your value at the level by which you want to operate. So instead of having to really accept that reality and be able to move forward. What you choose to do is put more pressure on whoever you're trying to date or whatever you're trying to obtain by utilizing their status to kind of equate to yours.
You know what's crazy? I am in super agree. She's saying the link is not blue again. I don't know what the.
Yeah, that's why I left her in the other StreamYard link. She gotta exit out and re-click in. That's why I said that.
Let me, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. Only because I want everybody to be. I'm gonna start this over one more time, bro.
I wonder if I copy and click your link into the YouTube, like from my phone, if it'll work.
I think that might work. Let's try that.
Let me.
Because they're saying that it's blue, and I'm trying to stay on here. I'm trying to really stay on here. Maybe that'll work.
Let me see.
Maybe.
My phone.
Yeah, maybe we can try to manipulate it. Maybe that'll work. Maybe.
Okay, yeah. It's not blue on the phone. It was blue on my desktop.
But
either way, what I'm finna do is I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna copy your link from the desktop, send it to my iPhone, and I'm gonna post it. I want to see if that works.
Yeah, because I'm gonna try this one more time, y'all. I'm gonna start this over one more time for you guys, because it's usually blue, and I can see that it's blue in the chat. But I want everybody to be able to get up here. Everybody's saying it's blue on my phone.
Hold on.
Well, can some of you guys click the link and come up here? They're saying that it's blue. Fuck it. For the ones that is not blue, the best way for you to get on, it does work. So the best way for you to get on, you can just copy the link and you can put it in your browser. Okay, they telling me stay on. So you can copy the link and put it in your browser. If you don't know how to work your phone, that's on you. But if you copy the link, you can literally put it in your browser. But anyway, do you think that we have a lot of women who overvalue themselves? Like, would that be a safe assumption?
1,000%. 1,000%. 1,000%. You're asking for a man that makes this much when you don't make that much.
Wow.
You're asking for a man that's this educated when you've not stepped on a college campus. You're asking for a man to fly you across the world when you can't fly yourself. Like that one girl a couple of weeks ago when you was doing dating on a random day. You wanted individuals to fly you across the world and you can't do that yourself. I think it's a hard reality to accept the truth about you, comparable to attempting to live your fantasy through your man.
Wow. How are you, Miss Tandy Powell? How you doing this evening?
Fine, thank you. It's Tandy. Thank you.
Oh, Tandy. I'm sorry.
No.
You know what? The H is silent. I get it. I got this brush up on my American language. But how are you, Tandy? Are you fine?
I'm like a new follower, so I'm just happy to be here. I'm new, so yeah. I just found you like maybe a couple of weeks ago. Sorry, but yeah, I'm new.
Thank you so much for coming up. Thank you for joining the conversation. I'll put this disclaimer out there.
Okay.
Nothing that is being said is personal, right? Because we don't know each other personally.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you a little bit of me. That way you can like maybe have an understanding of me. I am married. I am what I would like to deem successful. I am opinionated, but I am very strong in my opinions only because I do not see the world as a gray area. It is extremely black and white. And so that is just to give you a little bit of context about me and what it is that I do. And I'm self-made, so I don't answer to anybody. So I'm allowed to speak freely. And so, yeah, with that being said, what brings you up here this evening? Did you have something you wanted to talk about, a topic or?
No, I just love your topic. So, I mean, but I can talk about anything if you ask me anything or I have an opinion about it, anything. But
okay. So do you think I'm gonna start off hot? We're gonna start off hot. And I want everybody to I want everybody that's on the Instagram to come over to the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is Nothing But the Truth Podcast. For anybody else that wants to join the conversation, click that StreamYard link, put it in your browser. Is that how you got up here, Tandy?
Yes, I did click the link, but I went to the YouTube. Previously, I used the Facebook, and that wasn't working, but I did use the YouTube.
Okay. All right, cool. So yeah, go to YouTube. The link is blue in the YouTube. Hit the super chats. We are going to have a great show tonight. We are going to lock it in tonight. Do you feel like a majority of women overvalue themselves and that is why they can't date successfully?
Absolutely. 1,000%. I mean, I think women definitely over 35, they think they're dumb when they're really two nickels. I mean, that is just what it is. And I mean, yes, I'm going to be team Kevin Samuels in this perspective. I mean, men do go down in looks and up in cooperation, and that's just what it is. Dealing with a six-figure man or higher earners. I mean, a lot of women try to command some things, but you don't look like it. You just don't fit the bill. You just don't. And they think that their money, I mean, it's just the Kevin Samuels concept, but we know how he thinks. And a lot of men think that way. The money doesn't really matter. I mean, you're still lippy, you're mouthy, you can't shut up. You barely
Oh
want to suck dick one times a week. You want to act funky. You
Oh,
don't have to work. You fucking ain't cleaning. You ain't cooking. I mean, and not to mention, just they don't even like brush up on their own personal skills. Like I've met so many women who have great men, and they are boring as fuck. They aren't
wow.
intellectual. They can't. They don't read any books. They don't speak any foreign languages. Play any instruments. Like you are just fucking. You're supposed to be. I mean, for those of people that are Christian, a woman's supposed to be a jewel in a man's crown. But damn it, these girls is like. I mean, they not VVS. They like cubic zirconians or something. Like, so I just feel like, that's just what I feel. I mean, I'm a currently in cosmetology, and I did get married to somebody in finance. And so, yeah, he did go down on looks, but up in cooperation because because I've obviously checked a lot of boxes for an entrepreneur, which, for an entrepreneur, you got to come with some intelligence and some degrees and some things behind your name. So, but for those women who don't have all that and they're just relying on their beauty and their booty, I mean, baby girl, like you got to come a little bit harder. You ain't even a good wife. A wife is hard work. Hard work.
mhm.
And I think they just think they're gonna just have that pretty soft life. And I'm like, you don't even qualify. They can't even talk about nothing. The bottom line is they do overinflate themselves and they need to get a reality check. And they're not that cute. Like I'm in Kansas City, and these Kansas City 10s is that baby, you're a Miami 4. What the
You
fuck?
you you do know that I'm coming to Kansas City to do a live podcast, right? Did you know
No,
that?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
So we have a show coming to Kansas City, and we were actually looking for some talent in Kansas City. Um, so I think that this is just fell right into your lap because we are literally coming to Kansas City, Missouri, March 28th.
Okay.
The tickets are up
Okay.
now. I gotta
Okay.
check your profile out. What's your Instagram?
It's my first and last name. It's pretty. This is my first and last name on
Let me see
everything. I
what you
don't.
got. Let me see what you got
I,
going on.
you
I'm gonna
know,
be
I don't.
nosy.
I don't really post a lot on Instagram lately. I posted some stuff on Facebook
Okay.
recently today, but I mean, it's just my first and last name. But it's nothing special. I
So do
did.
you talk on your platform?
I do, and I do on my Facebook today. Was a good example about me. I just made a quick little blurb about women, trying to become a wife, and just some basic wife etiquette. And today I talked about how women publicly they don't realize that, you know, they need to have a little bit more decorum. Like, a woman really is a representation of a man, even when they're out publicly. And I think that so many women don't pay attention to that because, trying to get a good man is like it's like war. There's like what 12 to 1, 12 women to one man. So if you are going to be compliant, I mean, there are 11 other women that are standing in line to get your seat. So I try to tell women that even when you're out in public, another woman can actually identify when you aren't really his cup of tea. You don't really know how to be obedient, if you will, and not in a negative sense. I mean, I'm from the South, well, country Oklahoma, so we're reared to be wives. So things that we do are considered to be normal, whereas a city girl feels like you're a slave. But nonetheless, women just don't realize that you are his resume. You are a representation of him. And when they wild out, act a fool, talking all crazy, and that just lets another woman know that, oh, okay, she's not really on his level, or she doesn't know how to play
So
her role in
I
marriage.
always tell these women, right? For everyone that won't, there's someone that will.
Mm,
And I live by that, right? That is
yes,
like a mantra that I've lived by my whole life. I've
yes,
been blessed to be visually advantaged my whole life. And so with that being said, I knew very early on that what you won't do, there's somebody that will do it and love to
yes,
do it. I always say what may seem like too much for one person is another person's that's all you want. And
yes.
so with that being said, these women have the false belief that they stopped making coochies when they made hers. These women have the false belief that they stopped making wet throats when they made hers. These women have the false belief that she's the only one with a grandmom recipe. These women have the false belief that she's the only one that's going to love, that's going to clean. And it's not true. There's some women that not only have vaginas made of gold, mouths made of platinum, they also know how to shut up, cook, clean, great mothers, patient, and to put some money in your pocket. These women come equipped. And so I think that as far as our African American women, stay out of this mess, by boss. But I think that I'm just fucking with you. I think that with our African American women, these and not all, but majority think that they can just you're supposed to just take what they give you And if that's not good enough, then they have this false belief that all of these men are lined up, or they have like these imaginary options that aren't there. And so I always tell women, especially once you hit that 35, 40, 45, 50 mark, yes, you have options, but it's just options for penis. Men aren't lined up to marry you. Men aren't lined up to procreate with you. And men are damn sure not lined up to fund your lifestyle, because if that was the case, you wouldn't be with a man who wasn't doing that anyway. And that's the majority that these women are dealing with. You're dealing with the bum men, the broke men, the men that offer nothing but dick and a headache and a small dick, and he's a cheater. I mean, we can go on and on and on and on. And so it's one of those things where, you know, these women hate to hear it, but unfortunately, me being, and I'm not even going to say that. I'm a man that has my ish together, right? There is no way that a woman could sit in front of me, and I know for a fact that you're not top tier expecting top tier treatment. Now, it would be different, right? If I met you when you were at your best, I'm talking titties perky, stomach flat, coochie could snap a fucking string bean in half. Like when I met you at that level of life, like, cause I would remember that, like, you know what, babe? I'm gonna let you pop your shit, because I remember you was a bad, like, and you still bad, and you're aging gracefully. But I remember a lot of these women are, I'm meeting you at 40 after 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids, 15,000 failed relationships, 45 penises. And you have an attitude, you are stuck in your ways, you have a nasty sense of entitlement, and you're trying to tell me that I'm supposed to give you the same treatment as if you're at your pinnacle, and you aren't. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say on that. And you guys can get, and let me just say this before we keep going. Guys, if you like the conversation, come over to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Nothing But the Truth Podcast. And I think that we're going to have an extremely good conversation tonight. Make sure you guys hit the super chat at the bottom of the screen. There should be no reason one man came in here and hit the super chat. And anybody that wants to join the chat, you are more than welcome to come up here. Did any of you guys want to say anything on that topic, or can we kind of move along?
I'm good, but I will say this much, and I know this is going to sound like colorism or something. I'm not that light, but I don't know.
You're pretty light. You're pretty light.
It's the lighting.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
I will say this much in all honesty. I think people that know me know I believe this. I swear to God, Black women are mean. I'm telling you, I'm so serious. I say it out of the deepest form of love, but it's like they just wake up nasty. It's like, I mean, it's just like, I'm just saying. I mean, I just watch them. I interact with them. I mean, I'm firsthand with it. And it's not because I'm an AKA anything like that, but I'm just saying Black women are just, they're very just, and I get it, because here's the thing. Black men say that we are aggressive, and I get that, because here's how I view it. Yes, normally the average Black woman has to be strong, and her masculinity is here. Okay, she's got to hold it down. Now, we always encounter men that their masculinity is here. So therefore what? My dick is still out. But when we come across a man whose masculinity supersedes mine, then I am able to rest in my femininity and call you daddy and do what you need me to do. But we don't really get a lot of that. So, you know, maybe I should look at it differently and say, well, maybe they haven't had the opportunity to meet a man, you know, at a higher level vibrating, so they can rest. And then for the women who think that they are a 10 and they're really not, maybe in the pool they're a 10 in that pool. You know what I'm saying?
So I just want to piggyback off of that just a little bit. I think that there's a distinction between a Black woman and a Black B word, because those are two different things. A Black woman is a woman, no matter what her circumstances are, no matter what her upbringing is. She's just in love with being a woman. She's in love with being soft-spoken. She's in love with being kind. She's in love with being patient. She just likes being a woman. Thank y'all so much for the super chat. But she's just really, really in love and embodies being a woman. And then we have the Black B word, right? This is the woman that wants praise for being strong, which it usually equates to just being an adult. Because usually when you hear a Black woman say, I'm a strong Black woman, and they'll say, because I pay my bills and I raise my kids. You're an adult. If you didn't raise your kids, you'd be a bad mom. If you didn't pay your bills, you'd be homeless. If you didn't have a job, you'd be broke, right? And so I think that these Black women are doing the least, but expecting the most. They expect the highest of praise, because I get up and I have my car and my job, and it's like, ma'am, that's called adulthood, what you're doing. And so a Black woman, we love Black women. We love black women. Some of our mothers are
Yes.
black women. Some of our grandmothers are black women. Some of us are fathers to daughters. Some of us are fathers to daughters who are growing up to be beautiful black women. But then some of our mothers are black B words. Some of our sisters are black B words. Some of our girlfriends. Some of you guys are laying next to black B words. And you work with them, and we all know a B word. And so I literally say that to say, let's not confuse the two, because even on the internet, and I'll speak to the brother Isaiah, you'll get a lot of black B words that'll be like, these black men hate black women. No, we don't. My mom's black. I will die for my mom right now. My grandmother's black. There's nothing that I wouldn't do for her. My wife is black. I would jump off a fucking mountain for her. So is it the black woman that we hate, or is it the black B word that we hate?
Hey, Tripp, I think what you said is powerful, and nice to meet you, Miss Tandy. You know, shout out to the AKAs, this KSI over here. But I want to say, go out them diamonds. You feel me? She said something, you know what I'm saying, that really struck me when she talked about the black woman's masculinity. Like, I almost jumped out of my body when she said that. She said, black women masculinity is here, and when the man's masculinity is here, then she's able to submit. I don't ever want to meet a woman who feels as if we have to compete with masculinity. If you started practicing how to be a man before you met me, I just feel like you should meet me at the barbershop and let's just be bros. I never want to date a woman that has to have any level of masculinity, because then that means that I am now competing with you for you to deduce that masculinity so that I can be your man. So it's like now we're walking up to the door and me and you are trying to figure out which one of us is going to open it. Like I can't deal with that. I can't. I think that as a woman, you just have to be a woman. And I want you to be 100% comfortable in just being a woman. I don't want you to ever look at me and tell me that there was a time where you kind of had to be a man, because now I feel like there's no need for me. You could open up the door and walk through it. What am I there for?
That's good. That's good. I agree.
I need to be your man. I need to be able to know that this place was designed specifically for me and you can't do it without me. I feel like at the point that you have masculinity, now I'm questioning, like, why am I here? You know what I mean?
And to piggyback off of that, I feel like a lot of these women want you to come in and show them that you are more man than them. And so it's real. A lot of these women will die single. And the reason why these women will die single is because, like I said, they're listening to this internet and they think because they pay their bills and because they know how to provide for their household, that they know how to provide for their household, that it makes them like this like alpha female. I hate that term. That is one of the most trashiest terms that I've ever heard. I'm an alpha female. What the fuck is that, ma'am? But you got all of these women that are alphas, right? Because they just have learned how to accommodate to adulthood. And so a lot of these women will die single because you expect from me, the man with the penis, the man, the hunter, the provider, the one that actually is full of masculinity, to come in and outman you. You want me to come in a house and show you that I'm more man than you. And like the good brother said, I should never in life come into a situation with a woman, so to speak, and have to show you how much more of a man than I am than you. And a lot of these women, right, they don't want to get off of the throne, but there can only be one king in a household. There can only be one king in a household. And so these women have been so independent for so long that when a man comes around and he's ready to lead, these women want you to fuck them like a man, but lead like a woman. They give you what's called selective masculinity. I am man enough to insert my penis in you. I am man enough to go hear what that noise is at the end of, at late at night, but I am not man enough to be the last voice or the last opinion or decision in his household. And this is what these women are doing. You want us to be man enough to hump you, but not man enough to run anything else. All they're looking for is a doormat with a wallet. And that's just my take.
And you know what, I want to add on that before we move really quick. Now,
wait a minute.
I feel like Candy just gave us the reason.
So hard. Y'all hitting hard.
You know what? I feel like
Listen to y'all
shit. Why move niggas now? Like, I feel like Tandy just answered the question as to why we might have punk niggas that sit at home on the couch letting their women go back and forth to work and take care of them. If they were already a punk when they showed up and you showed up with masculinity, they said there's no reason for me to to even attempt to be a man because she already had the level of masculinity to take care of me and her. So I feel like, yeah, kind of going back to what Truth said, absolutely not. Women, just be comfortable being a woman. Show me what that look like.
Do you think women or men have changed? Everyone has a different perspective. Like
Women.
because years ago, right? I agree, women. But everyone, has a different perspective. I just wanted to know what you had to say about that.
This is what I'll tell you. And let me just stop y'all for a second. Everybody that's in the chat, hit the likes up. Hit the super chats and the super stickers at the bottom of the screen. If you are on Instagram, because I know a lot of y'all want to come over and join the conversation, we are on YouTube. It is Nothing But the Truth Podcast. Come over to the YouTube channel. Let me just say this, and then I'll let you guys get your shit off. I believe that behind every weak ass, bitch ass man is a strong ass woman. I believe that behind every bitch ass, weak ass man is some strong, masculine ass woman. And I believe that every weak ass man, I believe that weak men are attracted, right? Feminine men are attracted to the masculinity in these masculine women. I promise you. And we see it day in and day out. But go ahead, though.
No, I agree. That's why I was asking them, because a lot of people, women say, "Oh, the men have changed." I'm like, no, men are very simple. Men have not changed. I think women have changed. We take less than what we want now, and we let them do whatever, and it just doesn't work like that. And we're not leading in our femininity for the most part. I think, like you said, most women are, even though everyone has this thing with my thing says boss, med spell boss, but I lead in femininity at all times and in every aspect of my life.
Well, femininity is for sale now. Femininity is for sale now, and submission is for sale now. They don't come free anymore. Yeah,
right.
Femininity has a price on it, and so does submission. And if you don't have enough money to purchase femininity and submission, these modern women, which is the strip club culture that they move in, these women, these modern women have a strip club mentality. You have to pay how you weigh for me to behave the way that you. They don't respect the fact. They don't respect your morals. They don't respect the fact that you're a good man. They don't respect the fact that you're a hard worker. If you can't fly me out and ice me out, I can't be quiet and I can't respect you. Ashley, how are you?
I'm good. I was having technical issues, but I wanted to touch on I think it's a feminine energy that we embody, like when we're not being cared for properly. Does that make sense? Like we embody like masculine energy to be able to be self-sufficient and take care of ourselves and do what the masculine isn't doing. So it's not about whether or not like he can ice me out and fly me out. It's how he's taking care of me like on a daily basis, on those small scale things that measure up to high quality like care.
I have a question for you, right?
Sure.
I'm not the smartest man by any stretch of the imagination. Do you think that, so basically you're saying that a man would have to kind of put you in a soft space in order for you to be feminine? Is that what you're like? Is that?
Well, yes and no. You know what I mean? I think there's a perfect balance to everything, and we should be able to like cater to each other's needs.
Right, but you said that these women are somewhat forced to be masculine because of the lack of like safety, and I'm guessing like a man being a man around them. Is that
right? Exactly.
Assessment? So pretty much in so many words, they would need a safe space in order for them to, be in their full femininity, not just to be a woman, but in their full femininity.
But that's what a man's supposed to provide.
No, but anyway. I'm asking, but is that what you're saying? So to say that, right, and it's definitely one of those things that sound cute when you get around women who just don't like being women, but that's like saying that a man would need harsh environments in order to become a man. That would be the equivalent that a man could not be a man fully unless he has like hardship. Like he would need a hard environment in order to be a man. Because if femininity thrives in softness, right, then it's only right that masculinity would thrive in a hard environment. Would that not?
Well, I think the masculine is more than just has to go through hardships. We all go through hardships, right? So that doesn't matter if we're male or female. We're some of us are going to go through hard environments regardless. It's how we're shaped through that.
So once again, right, and I'm like I said, I'm not smart by any stretch of the imagination. But if a woman needs a safe space to be soft, I mean, you would just think that because it would just be the opposite, the polar opposite. I would need a hard environment in order to make me be masculine.
If that's,
What I'm
I
trying
mean,
to
if
get you
that's,
to understand is that a woman is a woman, and a woman that loves being a woman, she's a woman no matter what her environment is. I come from the hood. I come from poverty. I come from some women like to tote guns, and some women are still girly no matter what. They fall like a girl, they scream like a girl, they run like a girl. Everything about them is feminine. But then you have some women that get up in the morning and they put their boots on like me. They chew on tobacco, spit it. Like some of these women are in love
right.
with this masculine energy. And so I don't think that it's an environment or a level of comfortability for a woman to be a woman. A woman that wants to be a woman is a woman at all
In any
times.
environment. Right.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much for coming up. Cheryl, how are you?
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, how are you this evening?
I'm doing fine. Hanging in there.
Talk to me. Oh, hold on 1 second. Before we go any longer in this chat, guys, hit the likes and hit the super chats at the bottom of the screen. We did not hit the super goal at all, man. We giving you guys great content. If you're on Instagram, come over to the YouTube channel, Nothing But the Truth Podcast. For everybody that wants to come over, we are on the YouTube channel, Nothing But the Truth Podcast. Cheryl, what's up? Talk to me nice.
Hey, how you doing?
Life is stupendous. Did you have something to say, baby, or not?
Nope, I don't have nothing to say. Just listening.
Okay, well, thank you for coming up. But go ahead. I'll let y'all have the floor. I've said enough.
I think what you said was extremely relevant. Like I've never in my life learned how to be a woman.
Never.
So, I mean, I didn't need to meet a woman to lose my femininity. I don't know what that means. I've always learned how to be a man. So when I connected with a woman, it just complimented me. I didn't lose my femininity. Like I wasn't walking around in a skirt every Saturday waiting until she came so that way I could learn how to be a man. It was just instilled in me. So I don't really understand this phrasing of women have to be masculine up until a certain point when a man reduces that masculinity for him to take charge. I can't understand that.
You know what's deep, what you just said? Because me being around women made me a better man. And that's the crazy part. Like me being around women, it made me strive for more. It made me want more. It made me want to be a better protector, a better provider. Like I didn't really get that from men. Like, men, we kind of like, whatever, take life as it is. But I think that, being around women, it made me want to pay more attention to detail. It made me want to be more observant. It taught me, like, I don't know, just being around women made me just a better man overall. But you got any other topics? Let's talk. We here tonight. What's up?
Let's go.
I'm here. Ladies, y'all,
Okay.
Cat got your tongue?
No, this isn't people don't know me, but listen, this happened to me on I've been married more than once, but on this particular marriage, this is really important. So
How many times have you been married though? Because this particular one sounds like it's
Well, it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault.
right, but
I
no,
mean,
but how many times have you been
right
married?
Four.
But before-
Four.
Okay, cool.
Four. Okay. But
No,
this
good.
guy was a Christian. He didn't want to have sex before we got married. And I'm like, okay, I'm down with the Jesus thing. Okay, that's great. But I was like, I'm just a human. I'm gonna know they can sit up and spit up, sir. I mean, I don't want you to get with you and you got gout. I mean, like let's keep it a kilo, right? Okay, cool. I digress, right? So I tried to let him know what I was having in mind for our, for some fun when we got married. So I showed him my little treasure chest with all my little toys and things that I bought. And, I felt like he could have looked down and was like, that furry thing, is that for me or you? That thing that's vibrating, is that on Wednesdays? Peanut butter, 7 days, whatever. You get what I'm saying. But then when I got married, I got catfished. I'm trying to keep it so nice and tidy, but I got catfished. Now, he just turned out to be some major prude. And I was just like, now, so I guess the thing I'm trying to say is, I guess with men and their sexuality, okay, I feel like when you're in the bedroom, you're in the bedroom, okay? If y'all together, y'all can do y'all thing. So I don't think there's like a issue. I'm not saying you got to go so far as to like strap somebody or something. That's getting kind of extreme. But I'm just saying, I kind of feel like I got catfished. I guess I feel like I'm finding more men as they get older, they're not sexually in tune. Like they just, what is with that? Is that an older thing or something?
I don't date men, nor
Well,
older
I'm
men.
talking about,
Right.
well, I'm saying, I know you don't date men, but I'm saying, but in the male community, there are so many things that you all deem as gay. Oh, that's gay if I do that. Oh, that's
Well,
funny.
what
Well, no,
what were you trying
it's-
to do to him?
You
Was
trying to
that
peg
what?
him? Was you
I
trying
think
to
I'm
peg
still
him?
stuck on
No,
the
no, I
strap
wasn't trying to
thing. I'm
peg. It
trying
just
to
toys.
understand that.
What did he say?
The
What you
strap
say?
in part. What does that mean?
What does pegging mean?
Oh no! Oh, is that what we're talking about?
No,
You
I wasn't
explained
trying to
this.
peg. I was not trying to peg. Okay,
Okay.
I'm just simply saying that anything outside the norm of missionary. I mean, like he just catfished me, like oral sex was out the window. I was like, you should have told me this, that I would have married you because I was thinking
Okay.
one thing and you got catfished. So I guess the question I'm just really making is that I feel like as men have gotten older, their sexual not I mean it's not an ED thing. They're just not really in tune with sex. They're just so basic. I know because I know you've had an actual comment about women giving basic sex. They don't spit on it. They don't swallow. I just saw that one today. I saw that one. You're not swallowing. You're not spitting on it. You're basic. So I'm saying men can be basic too. 5 pumps to the left, 5 pumps to the right. They can be basic too. Women, we deal
No,
with that.
for sure. I would have
That basic
never
sex.
made it to marriage from basic sex. So for you waiting, I'm sorry for you. I don't even know.
I'm
Well,
not
you
with
should
him. I'm not with him. I was just giving an example of why
no,
men.
for sure. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of men are afraid to be open sexually because it will be looked at as them having a broken wrist. And so with that being said, it's just one of those things where men are petrified. Men are petrified. You know how many women will weaponize a man being open sexually? If a man wants his ass ate, as soon as they argue, you punk, you let me eat your ass.
Right.
If a man gets his toes sucked, if he wants his, I don't know, is if you rub his balls too low near the asshole, you let me finger you, nigga. That's the first thing that y'all do. Women cannot wait, especially our women, unfortunately. Like white girls, I think that a lot of these black guys are going over to these white girls because they let you be sexually liberated and they won't judge you when it's like they make you feel up like empowered to be freaky. Like, yeah, I think it would be cool if you clamped your nipples, and they just make you feel so good about it. You like, fuck it, go ahead, clamp me. But when you get with a black woman, it's like, oh, so we clamping nipples, nigga. You dig what I'm saying? So
Right.
That's a
I
little too
do
zesty.
understand.
That's too
Yeah,
zesty.
like, oh, you zesty as shit.
Yeah.
Now, and so it's one of those things where a lot of men, especially our men, we are criticized. Black men are criticized more than any man in America. You have to understand, coming into this world as a black man, and I'll give you what's a regular day as a black man, judgment wise, right? You have to be tall. Your dick has to be huge. You have to know how to dance. You have to know how to fight. You have to be great at basketball. You have to know how to sing. You have to know how to rap. You have to not sell drugs, but at least know about selling drugs. You got to know how to shoot a gun. You have to be capable of murder. You have to be intelligent, but also poetic. Like being a black man, you also have to survive the police. Being a black man is hard as fuck. You can't be fat. You can't be skinny. If you're too skinny, you look sick. If you're too buff, you work out too much. Black men are attacked
Not aggressive.
non-stop. And God forbid. Oh, you got to be aggressive, and because God forbid that you know how to effectively communicate. Because even if you know how to hold a conversation with a woman or have a slight debate with a black woman, now you're gay for even having an opinion. So you got to take dick in your ass once you just defend yourself verbally. Yeah, this is what we deal with. God forbid you tell a black woman, you know what, you're beautiful, you're just not my speed, maybe you're a little too heavy, well, you're a faggot for not liking fat women. So this is what we deal with as black men, and so this is why they are less likely to open up to a lot of these black women. And like I said, guys, and I'll let you guys cook, but definitely hit the super chats, hit the likes if you guys are liking the chat. Make sure you guys click the link to join the chat as well, man. We getting, but go ahead, I'll let you guys talk. Get y'all shit off. I'm just here.
I'm just saying with all that stress, all the more reason you should want me to suck your dick from the back, like, take it down a notch and calm down. You should want me to do that if you're
I
so
mean,
stressed out.
no, for sure. And I mean, like I said, I don't know why a man doesn't want to be swallowed. Maybe he's not really into women. Maybe he's shy. But once again, you're dealing with, I don't even know what kind of man that is. Every man loves a good swallowing. So I don't know what kind of man you were dealing with. Maybe your picker was broken. Maybe you
I
could
think
pick better.
that Jesus thing was, and you know what, and you're right, but that Jesus thing that had him as a sexual prude, but that's cool. It's all right. It's all right. That's what
Okay.
it was.
Your picker's broken. It is okay. Listen, you get better with time. And you can dress it up however you want to dress. So let me ask you ladies this. Is a lack of penis a deterrent in a relationship? Like if you meet a guy and he's perfect on paper, but his penis is non-existent to a certain extent, like is that a deal breaker for you? Like if it gets to the point where it feels as though we're rubbing clitorises?
I've never had that happen, so I can't really say. But I don't know. I think I've said it also that it's more about a connection with someone. I think like if you're really into someone, you're gonna make whatever it is work. But I've never dated someone that didn't fit great, so I don't know.
Aren't you so blessed?
No, but it is. It's not on purpose. It's really not. I don't know, but I'm just saying. No matter what, I think like if you're really into someone, you're gonna make it work no matter what. They might not have all been the best and bad, but you can make it. You can make it work if you're really into somebody.
Yeah, well, I'm probably gonna say it probably depends on their sexual, experience. I mean, I had a little lesbian fling for a minute, and I would tell any man. I think any woman who has had.
Can I stop you
les-
for 1 second?
Yes.
So you had a
Just
lesbian fling?
Well, I mean, for like 3 years, I was. I mean, I was trying. I was. I mean, I
Well,
did a little spin.
that's
I
not a
did a
fling.
spin.
So hold on. Let me ask you this. Hold on.
They came and left.
I gave it.
So,
I gave it a spin.
so,
I gave it a spin.
so are you a lesbian?
No, I'm not a lesbian. I mean, I guess Freud says we're all on a spectrum. So I guess according to Freud, that's how you're going to go to in a spectrum. But I'm.
So you
actively
are a
being-
lesbian, but you
No, I'm
are a
not.
lesbian.
No, I'm currently heterosexual. I'm gonna.
No. So let me ask you this.
Am I bisexual?
Hold on.
Can I
No,
take
hold
the
on.
bisexual side of
Stop. Have you ever ate a vagina?
Yes.
And you've had
Yes.
your vagina ate by the same sex as well?
Yes. Yes.
And at that point, that would make you,
I thought that's more bisexual because
right. So let me ask you a
PK.
question.
Yes.
If you dated a man and he sucked penis for 3 years, what would he be?
Yes, he
Okay.
is, and he likes vagina. Then he's bisexual.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay,
Now, if he
cool.
only likes penis, then he's just
Okay,
homosexual.
cool. But if
I
he
mean,
just
they
eats
have
dick for
terms.
3 years straight, but then comes to okay, cool. No, you know
I'm
what?
not trying to be with somebody who sucks his dick because I can't give you that. I can.
But would
pay
you?
to
But
death.
would you judge him though? Like let's just say, okay, hold up, slow down.
Okay.
We get
okay.
you get in a relationship, you meet the guy of your dreams. He's perfect. I mean, this is like everything is everything. And I don't know, one night maybe you had some drinks, some slow music is on. He's like, babe, you know what's crazy, man?
Oh, yeah.
Yo, in college, I was eating niggas alive, babe. Like I'm talking about, I had a dick in my every Sunday. It was I had dick
Yo.
swinging from the chandelier. Does that change the dynamic of the relationship?
Yes, it does for me.
But
I have a
why?
double
'Cause-
standard. I just feel like because you may want that itch scratched again. I can't give it to you. I don't have that.
Here's
Just
the
like-
thing: having two women, like you say you're having a threesome, right? Because we talked about this, I think, on the first podcast I was on. You said like, oh, that makes you're a lesbian or whatever, but that's part of a fantasy. I don't know any woman's fantasy that wants to see a man fuck another dude.
Yeah,
I think
But-
most men have watched girl on girl porn. Yes.
But you have dined on vagina for 3 years.
That's a
No,
relationship.
let me cook. Let me
That's
cook.
different. I'm talking just
Let
sex.
me cook.
Like
Let
you're a
me cook.
non-practicing lesbian.
You dined on coochie for 3 years, and now you can get up. And I hate this that you can get up and go get married, and be like, babe, it is what it is, and key. But if you met a man that dined on penis for 3 years, you don't give him the same grace, and that's what I don't understand.
It is a double standard. It is. And it's because I can't give you that. I can't give you that. I can't give him that feeling.
But he doesn't want that. He's like you said, you're
But
not
he-
even you don't. But you said that you don't even want a woman anymore. You're back to heterosexual. Those were your words, Mrs. Powell.
Yes, I am. I
And
am
so,
back to
now, so why are we condemning this man to being gay forever, but you're not gay forever?
No, I'm not condemning him to be. I'm saying that he wouldn't be my choice. He wouldn't be
But
my choice.
We're already locked in. We're in a relationship. You
yeah.
didn't know. We're married. And I just pop out one night, babe. You know what's crazy?
Hey, you know what? And if you tell me it's crazy, I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I'm a Taurus. I'm already possessive. I'm gonna have my eye always up. Like when you out with the boys, I'm like, for sure.
No,
I mean,
Barbie.
it's gonna. I'm not gonna be able to
Okay.
move forward with that.
Okay,
It's gonna,
cool. No, I'm a Taurus as well, so I overly understand. But I just feel like it's just so unfair. But anyway, everybody come over to the YouTube channel. It is the Nothing But the Truth podcast. Guys, hit the likes. We got over 200 people in here. Hit the likes. And can we get some super chats? That is the dollar bill at the bottom of the screen. Make sure y'all hit the subscription. Next subject, though, we can get off of that because women just hate to be lesbians, and all of you are. But anyway,
okay.
next question. Next question. And we taking questions from the chat as well, but hit the super stickers at the bottom of the screen, y'all. But if you guys have any questions until the questions come in, We're definitely wait. We can put some filler time in there or some topics in
Miss
there.
Candy said that she waited until marriage.
Yeah.
Is that a reality after 30?
No, it's not. But he was. It's not. But he was a very high earning, high valued man. Not just a high earner, but a high valued. And I really wanted to honor him in that. And I felt like that was something that I could actually give him. Was that one thing? I mean, a lot of things women can't give a man. I mean, and I thought my discipline, and my fidelity to that. And
Let me ask you this, because that high value, is there a distinction between a woman that's high value and a man that's high value? Like, is there different, or just high value is high value?
High value is high value. High value
Really?
is high value. Yes, there's
Really?
no. Yes, you may be a gender difference, but there's no high value is high value. In other words, if a woman is not a high value woman to me, if she's not bringing anything to the group as a whole. In other words, if you left the group, your social circle, you will not be missed. You're not a connector. You don't know anybody. You're not making deals happen. You're not making connections happen. You have nothing to bring. You're just there. So what? I mean, you're wasting time. You're doing nothing. No one's gonna miss you if you were gone.
I disagree.
Oh, okay. But I mean, when a girl says she's high value, what is she gonna show me? What her lace front? I mean, what?
No. So this is what I'm saying. So a man being high value. So first of all, what makes a woman high value, first and foremost, is her exclusivity. If every man can have access to you or has had access to you, your value is dirtball fucking low. You are not high value at all. If you're bald the fuck up aesthetically, you are not high value, because men base the value of a woman based on her looks. Like, you have to also look good to be high value. See, it's different for a man. If a man has money, a man could be fat, a man could have a small penis, a man could be balding, but as long as he can protect and provide and he has a certain status about him, that is a high value man. Women, the double standards exist. A woman cannot be the same, because a man could sleep with 1,000 women and still be high value, because it's not frowned upon for a man to be a whore. So with that being said, a woman's I'm good at this. And so with that being extremely good at it, right? So with these women, you try to get these women who'll be like, well, my job title or this and that makes me high value. No, it does not. What's up with that pussy? Has that pussy been protected? Has it been guarded? How many men have nudes of you? How many men have came inside of you? How many men have came inside of your mouth? How many men have fucked your lashes off? When we go into a room, am I embarrassed? Are men going into the corner laughing like, damn, he with Miss Powell? She don't know last night I was... That is what makes a woman high value. They say that a woman is a man's greatest piece of jewelry. It's not his necklace, it's not his car. But when you walk into a room with an extremely beautiful woman that nobody, or damn near next to nobody, has had access to, men look at other men like he's doing something right. But that's just what do I know? And
well,
listen,
I guarantee you there'll be some woman out there that'll tell you, well, even an old antique car with a lot of miles, people are paying high dollar for.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Men that don't know any better, a man that's going to be upcharged. You have to, but they're dating other celebrities, so that's more of dating of status. This is what you have to understand. Let's get to the reality. Let's get to the real world. Like, we can do the celebrity thing, but let's get to the real world for a second.
Okay.
There is no way, right, that a woman can sit in front of me, antique car, so to speak. Let's say 4850. I know you're 5 kids in. I know you're not what you used to be. And I don't care how pretty you are. 50's 50. 60's 60. Especially in a broke 50 and a rich 50 is not the same. Let's get that established as well. Because I think that we leave a lot of that out. 50 when you're broke is a hard 50. 50 look like 95 when you're broke, respectfully. If we, you know what I'm saying? 50 could pass for 35 when you got some bread. You know, the water's softer when you're richer, right? The nice neighborhood's got softer water. It's not as hard on your skin. Like, don't get me started. You know what? Y'all better hit the super chats or I'm getting off of here. Y'all not ready for this shit. I'm gonna let y'all talk. I'm going. Go ahead.
All right, come on, Diva. Save me, Diva. Come on, Diva. Save me, Diva. Come on, chime in. Save me, baby girl.
I mean,
don't let him beat me up like this.
He's not beating you up. I mean, no. I think first of all, I like everything you've said so far. So I agree with a lot that you say, but there is a double standard.
Yeah.
And I agree. I mean, I look at a woman that, has been ran through whatever and a man that's been ran through, and I don't think it matters how many
Men
men.
cannot get ran through, ma'am.
No,
Take
I
that
know.
back.
I'm
No,
sorry.
no, no, no,
Wrong
no,
choice
no,
of
no,
words.
no.
But
Yes,
how
please
many
fix that.
women
Please
a
fix
man
that.
has been with does not matter at all. How
Of course
many?
not.
Right. But a lot of women will say, well, that's a double standard. Well, it is a double standard, and it's okay. I live in a double standard world, and I abide by that.
Didn't
Okay.
Superhead get with somebody after all that scandal? Didn't she get wifed up?
And do you
No?
think that she's with a top tier man? Is that what you believe?
I
you?
don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
This is what I'll tell you. This is what
Talk
you
to
have
me.
to understand about top tier men.
Okay.
One thing about top tier men, they hate embarrassment. They are
Yes.
full of pride. They're full of pride. And the quickest way to shatter a man's ego is for other men to have access to your prized possession. That's the quickest way. I would rather you slap me than to fuck my girlfriend or to say you fucked my girlfriend. I would rather you spit in my face than to say I had your girlfriend butt ass naked at the Delano down my like beat me up. I'd rather you emasculate me that way. But to know that you penetrated my chick and treated my chick like a cum rag, quickest way to beat me up psychologically for the rest of my life. She'll never get a high caliber man. The reason why she'll never get a high caliber man. Now this is the thing. Most women like a superhead. She'll get a man to take care of her because she has out of this world talent. She's talented, right? So she'll get a fan. She'll get a fan, somebody that would have, which most of you women do. This is what you women do. And I'll be all the way transparent with you. This is what a majority of you women do.
Okay.
You women will get wifed up by the men that you would have never looked at when you start to get older in age, because you know that those are the ones that are going to treat you the way that you should be treated. You'll let the men that you like your whole life do you dirty, cheat on you, fuck you, smut you out, never make them wait, put babies in you and everything else. And when you get washed up, you crawl back to that dude that liked you for the last 40 years, and he can't even believe it. Oh my God, Paul likes me? And he's like, I'm going to marry you with all 6 kids, and I don't care how many men came in you. That's golden come because you're a golden woman, and I just love you, and you're special, and I'll die for you.
You were so
Golden
extra.
cum?
I don't know if I really subscribe to that one. I'm not going to subscribe to that one.
How many ladies in this chat right now? How many ladies in this chat right now know for a fact that there is a man that you have never gave the light of day? If you called him right now, he would leave his family to be with you. Women have that. Women have that. Unless your pussy is just trash and you are just the bottom of the barrel, every woman has a man out here that does not care about your past. He doesn't care about your present. He doesn't care about the weight you've gained. He's loved you his whole life, and he's never had. We like the things that we feel like are not accessible. So even though you were a whore, you're the whore of his dreams. But the guys that you really like would never go for that, and y'all know that, and that's why you end up marrying men for stability. You and not the guy of your dreams. You married the stable guy. But go ahead, I'm listening.
I mean, I'm in a relationship now that was with someone that I really wanted when I was younger, and now I'm older, and he's what, seven years younger than me, and now he's like obsessed with me, and I'm like okay with, like, I'm not as in love as I was, and he's more in love now. And this is a 9.5 year difference. Like, I met him when he was 21, and I thought he was the best thing ever, and now he's in love, and now I'm like because now he realizes how great I can be. And he always had the good version. I wasn't outside. I wasn't in the club. That's never happened. But now he knows, like, holy shit, like, she's the real deal, and I should have been better back then. And now he wants to give me the world. And now I'm like, we'll see.
Yeah, we all.
So that's a different perspective. It's like they can, I refuse to settle. I've said it before. I could have, married. There's doctors, lawyers I went to high school with that are now huge surgeons that still follow me and watch me, and they're married, right, with their kids, and they're still watching my story every day. And if I said, let's go, they would go. But this man has come back with his tail between his legs. Like, you were always the one. I should have treated you better. You've never changed. And I want to show you how good life can be. More or less. So I think at that point you've already done the damage.
I got a question for the chat, and I want to and we'll kind of organize this. How do we feel about porn watching in a committed relationship, but not with your partner, by yourself? Ladies, do you feel like that is an issue for your man to watch porn and not include you in a long-term relationship?
No, I don't.
Okay, it's two ladies here.
Well, yeah. Okay, I was thinking, because it's contextually. Can he watch porn without me, and is it going to be a problem? I think I'm more concerned about what are you thinking and who are you thinking about while you're masturbating.
Are
I'm
you
assuming that's
serious? I'm thinking about the porno that I'm watching. I'm thinking about this big butt ass female.
maybe not. I mean, that's just you're just assuming that he could be.
Right.
I mean, that could be the thing to get him stimulated, but I mean, he may not be focused on that. That just kind of got the prime of the lawnmower. It got it going, but his mind may be drifted off to someone else.
Really? So do you really think? So I don't know
I
if
mean,
you've ever. I don't know. Listen, hear me out. I don't know if you've ever beat your penis, right? But
well,
this is
see
this
you in
this is
person, you gonna
this.
get beat up.
I'm a pretty nice sized guy. I don't think that I will. But this is what I'll say. I don't know if you've ever beat your penis, right? But from my recollection of my penis beating days,
Yeah.
I don't think that I ever beat off to what was in front of me to be like, "Ooh, I'm getting this shit off." Think like it. I don't think that and maybe it's just me. I don't
Okay.
think that the mind works like that. And so for me, I don't think that first of all, porn sometimes can save a relationship. That's what a lot of you women don't know. Like a lot of times, first of all, even the sexual act of going to go cheat, it's just a feeling for that moment. And if you can go to your separate little spot in the house and get your shit off, it's a lyric in a Lil Wayne song. He says, "Right after I come back to my senses." Right? You women will try to not only police a man's eyes, you want to police my mind too. Well, I don't know what you're thinking about when you're beating your penis. Why the fuck do you need to know what I'm thinking about when I'm pleasuring me?
Well, I'm just making sure that he's not really fantasizing about some other woman and I'm not pleasing him. I'm concerned with that. If you want to beat your meat, beat your meat. I mean, can I watch you? Whatever. I'm cool with all of that. But if you're thinking about somebody else, then that's going to be the problem for
But
me.
you would never know. And my thing is this: is it a crime if you grab your rose or your furry vibrator, whatever it is that you play with, and maybe I don't know, you lay there and think of Idris Elba? It's okay to dream as long as I'm not acting on it. Like you're trying to police my thoughts. Like
I'm just saying everything
but
was
you
in
said,
moderation.
but you
Everything in
said,
moderation.
but you said, I want to know
Yes.
what you're thinking about when you're beating it. Who the fuck are you?
Because if he's thinking about maybe another woman that he used to be with, that means that I'm slipping somewhere. So I want to
No,
know
it
if
could
No.
no, maybe
I don't think it's that deep.
Go
that's
ahead,
not
Cook.
the deep.
Go ahead,
As
Cook.
long
Cover.
as he's still
Okay.
fucking you.
If a man is sitting here beating off, he's beating off to what he's looking at.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
not beating off to what he's looking at, thinking about the ex that he had 5 years ago. If that's the case, he don't need the porn. He's just going to think about the ex and then get off that way. But
Or call her.
huh?
Okay.
Or call her.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But trying to police his thoughts, I think that's just
Okay. Yeah, I'm
again,
trying to.
kind of maybe
Yeah.
a sense of control.
Well,
Let
okay,
her
I wasn't
talk.
like trying to police it. I just
But that's
want
what
to
you
know what
said.
Okay, yes, you're right. But you put you kind of put the word policing, made it seem so aggressive. I'm just saying, but look at the actual way I was qualifying it, of saying, hey, love, if you beating your meat and you thinking, I mean, I want to make sure that you're not thinking about somebody and she's doing something I can't do, so that I want to please you. That's how that I'm coming from a different angle, not just are you thinking about that bitch? No, I'm
I
thinking
have
if
a
you are,
question.
yeah.
So would do you think that you could be a tad bit insecure?
No, I'm not
Okay.
insecure.
Okay. No, just
He
asking.
said that, but I'm saying I want to make sure that I can
Okay. I'm
please
off
you.
it. I'm off it. I
That's
just
okay.
asked the
And I
question.
don't really believe in too many toys. Like I think women do too much stimulation on the clit. I mean, I think and all of that, they don't, because that's not even human. Like, I think too much of that. I mean, they doing everything but put a defibrillator down there. I mean, and then when you get in contact with the real man, then you don't even know your body is so desensitized. I mean, he should be able to blow and kiss you a couple times, and you should be like, right. It shouldn't take all of this extra. I mean, I think so. I'm not really down with too much toy action. I mean,
Okay.
occasionally. But just yeah, okay. But I will work on that policing in his mind.
No,
I'll work
you're
on that.
fine. If you
Thank
wanna police a mind, then that's for you to do. And if you get with a man that is fine with being policed, like this is the thing. What works for you may not work for my household or anybody else. And you said you're on your fourth so are you fifth time married or
No, but I think you all clarified what men are thinking. I wasn't aware. So contextually, I wasn't aware of how men think when they masturbate. I didn't know.
yeah, I just and like I said, every man is now this is what I will say. I do think that we need to have a level of concern on what we're watching right now if you happen to stumble across his phone and you know you see that it's a man on man shit going on. Now I think that this is a conversation that needs to be had, because now it's like, now whoa, Playboy. Or I could even understand, right? I could even understand if you went in the phone and you seen the porn and it may be a different race, because that may bother, you know. It's like, well, damn, like I didn't know you were into Indian women, like I didn't know that, like do you want me to put a dot on my head? But if you just go in the phone and this regular standard, you know, porn, you know, black, you know, however, I don't know, whatever the titles are, whatever the case may be, I don't think that that's anything to really lose sleep about, because no man is asking you, well, while you're zapping your pussy to death, what was your exact thought at that moment? Like nobody. It's like, sounds a little bit aggressive. That's all. I got a question, right? Is it safe to say that women are to blame for the same men that they complain about?
Yes.
Okay.
I say this all the time. I think that women that raise men, they need to give them to their fathers if they're competent. I think a woman can only go so far, and I think they raise them as if they're still looking at their baby daddy, you know what I mean, type of thing, and they're not rearing him in the way. So then he grows up to be a man who's not quality because she coddled him, and and she's raising him based on the premise of more like this is, yeah, she's thinking about her actual baby daddy and the trauma and all of that. And she's trying to make up through the child, but the man didn't want you. And I see that quite a bit. And I go, yeah, women want to talk about these men ain't shit, but where's the no shit woman that raised them if she hypothetically was by herself? I mean, where's the accountability there? Don't talk about all the no shit men. What about the no shit mamas?
There's a
Y'all
lot
did
of
that.
those. It's a lot of
Y'all
those
did
out
that.
there.
Y'all did that. So I don't want to, that's my take on it. I just feel like no woman ever says, oh yeah, my fault, but they don't do anything to try to bring male influence into the child, especially men in particular.
Appreciate you for the super chat, bro. Thank you. It's only the men supporting tonight. I must got these women mad. Only the men
Yo,
are sending super chats tonight. I must got these women in an uproar. I got
oh
their
my
pH balance off tonight.
no,
Ladies, y'all don't love me tonight? Ladies,
come on now.
y'all don't love me tonight? How about, let me ask, I'm gonna ask the brother and then I'll ask the ladies. When should a man start providing for a woman financially?
When should a man start providing for a woman? Are we talking? I mean, are we talking like
financially?
Are we talking houses? We talking?
No, we ain't even getting there. Maybe most women. Well, never mind. Most broke women. Maybe the rent. Maybe a car payment. Shit, maintenance, nail money, hair money.
When we're exclusive, when we're out of the dating phase, and we've agreed that we're going steady with each other, I think that woman becomes that man's responsibility. As long as we are dating multiple people and we're trying to kind of figure out our vibe and figure out our flavor and we just going on dates, then I don't feel like it's the man's responsibility to take care of the woman.
Okay. Ladies, how do you guys feel about that? When should a man start providing for a woman financially? Thank y'all for the super chat, y'all. Broke motherfuckers. Go ahead.
I'll let you go first, Diva. I know you're gonna have something so much more graceful to say than nothing else.
I mean, I agree 100% with Isaiah. I think that once we're in a committed relationship and we're not dating anyone else and I'm fully yours, and I become fully your responsibility because you become fully my responsibility.
Well, isn't that what marriage steps in? I mean, I'm responsible when I'm married to you, right? Technically.
Yeah, but if you're in a committed relationship, I mean, at this, I mean, for me, if I'm with you 100%, I'm with you. Ring or no ring at that moment. Like if we're with each other, we're with each other, and I'm going to give you the same love and respect that I would my husband if we're in a committed relationship and it's me and you, and I expect the same. But you're going to get all of me, so. And if I don't want to, if I'm with you 100% in a relationship and I need a man for anything else, then you're not the man for me.
If I had a son, I probably would say not until you're married. There's only two columns in life for one, wife and everything else. And I think in that everything else column does not come with that type of privilege and care. If I had a son, no, you should not. If you want her like that, to provide for her like that, then you need to marry her. If not, she's just in your everything else column, period. That's just that.
You know what? I'm with you when you're right. When you're right, you're right. When you're right, I'm with you. Did anybody want to ask me the question? You know, because y'all don't never ask me anything.
Please answer.
We
True.
want to know your answer always.
So
Yeah.
the question is, should a man keep up with a woman? Oh, pardon me. No, that's another question I had. Pardon me. When should a man start providing for a woman financially? I'm gonna be realistic. Um, I don't think that a man should be providing for any woman unless it's his wife. You have a lot of these women who act as if head and cooking and cleaning is a marriage thing, and I feel like my money is a marriage thing, right? I don't entertain broke women. Honestly, broke women make me sick to my stomach. They do nothing for me. And so with that being said, like whenever we start to, because you'll get a woman that says, as soon as I start to open my legs, a man should be opening his wallet. And so I would tell them that if that is how you feel, because most women feel that way, once we make it transactional, you get fucked and treated as if it's transactional. So if I am paying for a service, that means that after that service is paid for, there isn't any more conversation. Like we can't be girlfriend and boyfriend. There can't be any accountability. You at that point are for hire, and I am just paying you for a service. Now, if I would like to do something for you, then that is cool. But no man should ever in life be obligated. Shay, baby, you have to turn on your camera. That is the only way that you'll be able to come up here. This brother has a question, and this is one of the guys that got a super chat. And his question is, and this is from M Jamat 79999. What if you're with a woman? She don't want to cook nor clean, but you provide everything. I would tell you that you need to get away from her immediately.
Run fast.
Get away from her today. Matter of fact, right? This is what I'll tell you. I would tell you order some food on DoorDash and some coochie on DoorDash. It'll be cheaper than dealing with her. Yeah, get her out of here immediately. Did you guys want to say anything about that?
Throw the Crocs in
No.
sports mode and run.
You said what?
Okay.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Got that out of here, bro. And like I said, any more questions, make sure you guys hit the $ at the bottom of the chat and also hit the likes. Anyway, we answering questions. So this is the answer question segment. You guys can pour in with the questions. We would prefer for you guys to come in with the super chats, but I see that y'all indigent tonight, and I get it because it's Christmas. I also understand. Come over to the YouTube channel. It is Nothing But the Truth Podcast. Okay, this lady said, Jay Washington. So men expect a woman to give him intimacy, but he isn't supposed to help her out until marriage. If your pussy is for sale, ma'am, say that. If your pussy is for sale, say that. Why would you think that your coochie equals cash? Why? Who has taught you that? What is special about your coochie that it is a fair exchange for money? My penis is the provision. You want to know what I'm providing? I am giving you some of this grade A ding-a-ling, ma'am. It's an even exchange. It's an even exchange. You're lucky I'm letting you taste me. How about that? You're right, Truth. But I feel if a man truly loves a woman, and he's all the way in with her, whether they're married or not, he's going to want to come out of his pockets for her. So this is what I'll tell you, and then I'll let the ladies cook and the young fella cook. What you have to understand is this: love does not equal money. Love has nothing to do with money, and that is the reason why a lot of people cannot date successfully, because you equate finance to romance, and they have nothing to do with each other. How about if I'm with a woman that does not need anything financially from me whatsoever? I'm talking about she may be the breadwinner in the relationship. What you have to understand about a lot of these women are they're established, and when they're established, they want you to be able to provide everything that money cannot buy. They have the money down packed. They have that. How about making her feel appreciated? How about making her feel seen? How about making her have an orgasm? How about making her feel like a human and making her feel like it's you? But anyway, but I'll let you guys answer. I'm sorry. And get the super chats, guys. And thank you so much for the super chats. We answering questions. I'll let anybody in the chat answer. I said my piece. I'm sorry. And Shay, I'm gonna bring you up. Go ahead. We're listening, guys.
The gorgeous should go first.
Well, I mean, yes, he's right. I mean, if the coochie's for sale, the coochie's for sale. Number one. Number two, I feel that women chase crumbs versus the loaf of bread. I mean, I'm not chasing rent. I'm chasing ring. Okay. If I have access to the man, I have all that I need. I don't need your rent and your here and your there money. I'm trying to become a wife. There's nothing greater than Mrs. Johnson or whatever the last name is. I don't care how much your PhD you have, nothing's gonna outdo my MRS degree in the discussion. So keep your rant and keep that mess and just, for all the Christian women, cover me. You know what I'm saying? That's why Ruth threw herself down at Boaz's feet and called him Lord. Real quick, she was like, "Oh, player, this is all you, player. It's all you." Yeah. Don't get me wrong. In that story, he did provide for her a little bit for her and her mama, but they was broke. I get it, a whole different level. He threw out a little sprinkle, but he wasn't like buying her a house and whatnot. I mean, he got her a cup of coffee at Starbucks, low key. Okay. But I think women need to stop chasing the crumbs and get to the man. The man is the wealth. That is the bank. Don't ask for $20. You want to be with the banker.
I'm listening. Y'all got the floor. I'm listening.
I got it. Go ahead, ladies. Come on, ladies, chime in. Let's let the fellas know how it goes down.
I mean, I 100% agree. I don't need a man to provide. I would rather, like you said, I want the emotional. I want all of it. I mean, that's an extra bonus at the end. And my goal, as I've always said, is to be married. And I'm not chasing the little bits. I want the whole package, and I want the man. So I think you are right. Women are chasing the wrong parts of what they think is successful and he's paying for this, this, and this. But I want the whole deal. I want the marriage. So I agree with you.
Shay, what's up, Shay?
Hi, how are you?
Oh, life is stupendous. Mr. Isaiah, how do you feel about that? Did you have anything to say on that, or?
I think I'm gonna be the devil's advocate for you. I kind of agree.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna start my stuff.
I like it. Let's go. Let's do it.
I kind of agree with the gentleman that put the comment up. Like, if I'm dating with intentionality, meaning I'm dating for marriage, like Tandy said, I 100% agree with what you said. If I'm dating for marriage, then I'm going to be turned on financially once I see you pursuing your goals. So once I see you elevating in whatever it is that you're doing individually, and I know that I want to pair with that, and I know that there's a future in that, I don't mind making a financial investment at that point. Like, something in me want to put gas in your car. Something in me want to move you in my house.
agree.
Something in me is ready to propose to you at that point. Like, at that point, I feel like we're exclusive. I mean, as long as it says so. I agree with what Tandy said. I do think that becoming that MRS dot is important, but I also feel like the man, at some point, as she's pursuing her goals and she's doing her thing, I think that he's with her, and he's going to want to provide.
Let me interject for a second, right? And
Oh man,
let me just throw this out there. Let's get this crystal clear. Women that are provided for, it's an unspoken thing. Their energy just makes you want to do for them, right? Let's get that crystal clear, right? So if you ever hear a woman speaking about, like, usually when I hear a woman say, I won't go 50-50, or this is what I won't do financially, women that deal with men that understand the assignment, it's not even a conversation for them. They know that every man that they've dealt with has wanted to put them in a good position, even if they are financially stable or not. So let's get that understood.
Oops.
This is what I'm saying. I don't want to give any of these men, because a lot of these men are being tricked out of their finances. A lot of these men are being beaten out of their wallets left and right by women who do not like them at all. And so I have sons. Pardon me. I have sons. I have little brothers. I have cousins. And if I was to instruct any of my cousins, the only woman that you are obligated to provide for is your wife. These modern day prostitutes are trying to tell men that in order to get any of your attention, in order to be around you, in order to breathe the same air as you, you need to be digging in your wallet. And so I am just telling men in totality, right? Overall, the only woman that you're obligated to do for is your wife. Now, if you come across a woman, and if it don't hurt you any, and you're in a position to do it and you want her to have something, then you do that. But I never want you to give a woman in this world any money with expectations associated to it. And that is what a lot of these men do. Just how these women have money attached to their coochie, a lot of these men have expectations attached to their money. And that's just real as it gets. So we just got to be, realistic. This is why you see a lot of women end up on First 48 with their nipples chopped off and all of that, because he's trying to figure out, no, let's keep it. I mean, if we're going to talk, let's keep it real. We get a lot of these women who will mislead these men. We get a lot of these women who know for a fact you do not like me. You know for a fact that you got got the dude that you like for the penis over there. You got the dude that you like for the trips over there. And you got me for rent money. And there was never any future with me. And you're just milking me for my money. Like the good brother said, I think that when you know that we're exclusive and that we're locked in, then you guys should be digging in your wallet and nothing before then, unless you have an open agreement that that pussy is for sale. And at that point, if a lot of you women were more honest, you would actually get the money sooner. But a lot of you women be lying, and so you'll have us thinking that we like you. We can skip dinner, we can skip the movies, all of that. If you tell 90.99% of men, hey, look, this is the ticket, this is what you got to pay, we can get straight to the action. If I think you're worth it, and I'm pretty sure he can say it, and any other man that's in this chat, if you say my price is XYZ, I'm going to look you over and be like, yes or no. It is that simple. Your price could be $5 or $5,000, but I'll be like, you know what? I got $5 to spare tonight. Fuck, let's get to it. And that's just real as it gets. Yeah, exactly. Well, not those two $5. If you get some, listen, if you're getting some $10 coochie, I would advise you to put on protection. I would also advise. But anyway, good. Welcome to the chat, Shay. You came up here. How can we help you this evening?
None. I just kind of wanted to engage. I like, how do you pronounce your name?
Tondi.
Thandi?
Tondi like Gandhi. Tondi.
Thandi. I agree with you, but I appreciate that, like, the, how should I put this? Why were you married to the first man?
I was fresh out of college, 22. He was older, 55. He was a great mentor, and he took me under his wing and taught me a lot. So he had a nice providing spirit, and he was very kind, and he was wealthy, and it was a good deal. It was a good decision. Yes, it was a wise decision, and he was a good man. That's why I had the first one. Yes.
Why was it a wise decision?
Because a woman should think before she dumps the broom. You're not just, as he said, you got to keep points of your coochie. You got to count those miles, baby. You can't, you know what I'm saying? This ain't, some women may be like Enterprise, pick it up on Monday, drop it off on Wednesday, pick it up on Thursday, got juice in your seats, crumbs and all of that. That's not this. He knew that he was coming onto a lot because this is a buy here. He came on, I checked him over, saw your finances, and here's your keys, Mr. Johnson. So that's a good deal. It's a good decision. It's a good. It's just a good deal. I was wanting to be a wife.
Of course you can.
Okay,
I'm
so
sorry,
how
I don't mean
come?
to laugh. This is
Because I came on because of what Tondi said when she was talking about being bisexual. You're curious. You're not bisexual. I'm bisexual.
Okay.
However,
Hold on, stop.
wanted
Hold
to
on,
answer.
Natasha. Hold up,
Love
Natasha.
bug, let me finish.
She ate pussy for 3 years.
That's curious.
She's bisexual.
That's curious.
No,
That's
curiosity is one pussy, ma'am. 3 years of pussy, ma'am?
It was just one pussy though.
Exactly. She's curious. That's
one
curious.
pussy.
That's curiosity.
I only
That's
have one
curiosity.
girl.
One girl. That's curiosity. She's not bisexual. She's curious.
Oh,
And
thank
she
you,
was
baby.
one and done. She was one and
Y'all
done.
activated truth.
She was one and done. She was one and done.
Mwah,
She
mwah,
was
mwah.
one and done. She was one and done.
Thank you, baby. What's your name again?
I-
What's your name? What's your
I'm
name?
Tasha. You can
Thank
call
you,
me Tasha. You're welcome, baby. And now you gotta come back, Truth, because I wanted to answer your question. Now
Oh,
you
he
got the
activated,
shades
yo.
on. Sweet Jesus. I'm just saying, because no, he did ask a legit question. He asked a legit question. And the question was because he asked Tandy if she dated a man and that man was bisexual, would she still deal with him? And Tandy said no. But coming from a bisexual woman who actually deals with heterosexual people and bisexual people, the problem is men lie. Men aren't openly honest about the fact that they like men. And then the men that are openly honest about the fact that they like men, you as a woman, you are not enough. They're still going to want that backdoor penetration. And getting it from a woman is not enough. So it's hard. As a bisexual woman, if I am with you, I'm with you. I don't want her. I don't want him. I don't want nobody but you. Men do not have that same commitment. They just can't do it. So yes, that's why when a man says they like both, I'm out. Because you're going to date me, but I'm not going to be enough for you. You're still going to want what you want.
Good. That's That's good. That's good. That's good clarification.
That's not
right there.
good. That's
You
not good.
clarified.
It's
But
not-
I'm being, but I'm
I'ma
being,
tell-
but
I'ma-
I'm being honest.
right.
You asked
No,
the
and
question
so
and
no, for
yeah.
sure, and that's your truth. But there's no way, right? Let's just get this. Let's just get this crystal clear. If
Go
I
ahead.
smoke crack for 3 years, I'm a crack fucking head. There is no, oh, I was crack curious. I'm a fucking crackhead. If a man sucks a dick for 3 years, there is no, oh, I was just curious. He's bisexual. To do something for 3 years consistently, ma'am. 3 years consistently, ma'am. You like that shit. You like it. You're not curious about it. Curious is, you know what? Maybe, I'm not even gonna go on the man. For a woman, maybe curious is you slip the titty in your mouth at best. I was curious. I popped the titty in my mouth. The nipple, it was too weird. I didn't like how it made me feel. I backed out of it. Full breast, scissoring, pussy in mouth, came in mouth, 3 year on, whatever. You're beyond curious, ma'am. And that was crazy to me. And there's no, and listen, that's your truth. But come on, cut the malarkey, cut the fucking malarkey, please, ma'am.
You
But
want to
you
give me
gotta,
a
but
title? I
you,
took
but
my sexual,
here's
I'm
the,
gonna take it. Go ahead.
but
I'm
here's the
sorry.
thing. Here's the thing, Truth.
Yes,
Women,
ma'am.
because we're logical thinkers. No,
Are
excuse me.
are
I
y'all?
just lied. I
There's
just
no way.
lied. I just lied.
Okay,
I just
yes,
lied.
because there's
Hold
no
on.
way that there's any logic in what you
I
just
just
said.
used the wrong word. I was trying to
Okay.
say we are emotional thinkers. My apologies.
Okay.
So we are emotional thinkers. Men are logical thinkers. So 9 times out of 10, and Tandy, if I said your name wrong, I apologize. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. Your escapade came from failed relationships with men, and you thought in your mind it's gonna be better on this side of the water, correct?
No.
So what made you do that?
Because I wanted to. I mean, I don't make decisions based on some emotional. I'm not wired that way. I swear I'm not wired. I'm just not wired
Okay.
that way. I saw it. I wanted. That's that.
It was a You
I'm
like
just
studs?
no. You said what? No, I'm saying
I
that, no,
like
like, I don't have
girls.
any.
If you're
No, I
gonna
don't
be
have
a girl, be a girl. I like ass and titties. I'm just saying, no offense, but if I'm a fuck with a boy, I want him to have a dangling.
Right. No, I was just saying that as far as me having my escapade, I don't have any trauma to blame it. I was cognizant, I was willing, and I wanted to, and I participated in full throttle. There's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
See,
I
my issue is you, Latasha, you keep
Baby.
trying to make it some psychological reason. She wanted to lick
No.
some cat. Listen, no,
Okay,
I'll let
that's
you go. Hold up,
perfectly
I'll let you
fine,
go
but I asked the
uninterrupted. Let me cook.
If I may,
cook.
if I may.
You keep trying to give her a way out, and the only way out was that she wanted some cat in her mouth, and she wanted to put her cat in another mouth. And so you're trying like, well, because this is what you said. Let me know if I'm wrong, but something happened to you to push you into the cat. No, she just wanted some cat. And with that
No,
being
that's
said,
fair. That's fair. But the
With
reason
that-
why I asked her that is because a lot of females, that's why they do it. Because
and
they
that's
think
how
in their
you know these
mind-
women are fucking crazy. These women will lay down with 50 men and decide that men, and it's not even men, but whatever, they'll have 50 dicks. There'll be 50 penises in and be like, you know what? Now that I can't get any man that I want, I'm gonna switch over to women. You women are nuts. You don't even like girls. She actually likes women. There are a lot of women that don't even like girls. And then this is the gag. Y'all get with these women, and you well, I don't. What kind do you deal with studs, or you deal? What kind of women do you deal with?
Me?
Yes, you.
I don't like studs. I like females. I want you
Okay.
to look like a woman, smell like a woman, and act like a woman. I'm a
Okay, so
woman.
you want a femme? Ain't that the terminology? Femme. You like. And are you a femme? Like, are you a femme
I
as well?
am.
Okay,
I am.
cool. Have you ever dealt with like any cattiness, like with these women?
Yes.
Are women a little bit more possessive than men? Would you say like they're a little bit more controlling, a little bit more possessive?
I'm crazy.
And they like to fight a little bit more too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so let me cook for us because I only know this thing because I've counseled thousands of women. Like I'm not just on here talking because I got whatever. But even dealing with the stud, that's like the Cleo with the braids and whatever. Do you know why these studs beat on you women and all of that stuff? It's because they have a false perception on what masculinity is. And so like we talked about earlier, a stud woman has to prove to you that she's a man. She has to say this, and this is what a man entails. I'm gonna fuck you up like a man, and I'm rough, and I'm aggressive, and I'm rough. You disagree?
I said I agree to disagree, but I'm gonna let you finish your point.
Are you a stud?
Do I look like a stud?
You know
It's
what?
okay.
Let me hear what you got to. I mean, no, you know what? I just want to go ahead. What you want to say, Shay? I'm listening.
No, I'm listening. All I said was I agree to disagree. I wanted to hear your point.
No, I want to listen. Oh, hold up. Hold up. Who the fuck is this nigga? I mean, my fault. Hold up.
Oh, you went
What's up,
there,
Brody?
man? Wow. Okay. But whatever the case may be, I wanted to hear out the description of a stud.
Oh, it don't even matter now. But go ahead. I'm listening, guys.
Okay, what was
Tasha?
you saying? So I had stopped talking because the truth was talking. What I'm pretty much saying is, when it comes down to a stud, I'm not interested. I don't want a woman that
Okay.
acts like a man. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's just not my cup
Okay.
of tea. I don't even find it attractive. I don't judge it, but I don't understand it. Because it's a lot
Okay.
of females out here that are like drop dead gorgeous. Why do you want to dress like him?
Right. Exactly. No, I agree.
Yeah. So I just, yeah, like that. You could be fine as I can't do it. But because of, and I will say in all fairness, you got femmes that's just aggressive as these females that walk around and portray to be as studs. I don't know if it's their upbringing and what they see, so they think that I respond with violence because I came for violence. I don't know what it is, but I will be honest, it's a big reason why now I don't deal with females at all, because I will fold you up like a pretzel. I'm a woman, so the moment that you come at me swinging, I'm going to defend myself.
So you're on men now? You're on men now?
Yes, I only date men now. Yes. But I am not ashamed of admitting the fact that I am a bisexual woman. I'm not going to say, oh, well, because I date men now, I'm not that. No, I was dealing with women way before I was ever sexually active with men.
So did you have a stud or a film?
I've always dated
Andy,
females.
I'm sorry, Tasha.
Oh, well, she was in corporate America, so she had to straddle the fence. So she was femme-ish. She could not be stud because of her job title. So she had to be. She wasn't
Understood.
overly feminine, but she was still femme-ish because of her job.
Understood. Okay.
hmm And I think that back to the quick little 30-second thing on about the violence thing. I think people that are dysfunctional are just dysfunctional, regardless if it's a heterosexual, homosexual, whatever that is. People that have issues just have issues. I mean, I think, and that's the thing too. I will say, I'm gonna just keep it 1,000. Literally, she cheated on me, and I'm telling you, if I had to just, I was like, really? You not a man and you ain't got no dick. I'll be damn, I'll let you get this off on me. You're not a man. I mean, that's what I literally to this day. I mean, it's like it was yesterday. Wasn't yesterday, but I'm saying I know that was the feeling. Like, no, we're the same. We're women. You're not. I'm not gonna let you get that off. You're not. I don't know. We're just too equal. I don't know. I would give a man more of a pass. And I just didn't want to. I just couldn't see myself giving not a chick a pass. I don't know. I know that's a double standard, but I just thought you're not a man because there's only you can't do all the. He's got an extra part you don't even have. For God's sake, this plastic is getting cold. It's getting worn out. Okay, it's just not my thing.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
Is there a difference when a woman cheats versus when a man does it?
Yes.
Elaborate, please.
When a man cheats, it doesn't have to. It's normally not emotional. It's normally more of a physical thing. And for a woman, it's an emotional cheat. Like, I can't sleep with someone if I don't have an actual connection with them. A man can fuck anybody and not know their name and be fine and go around like nothing ever happened. So 100%, it's completely separate.
Okay, next person. How do y'all feel about that?
I agree. I agree with her wholeheartedly. Women are more emotional. Now, yeah, men cheat because they just wanted it. Some men cheat because they're greedy, and some men cheat because they lack in their
Because they
relationship.
can. If a woman's throwing themselves and they want it, it's gonna happen. But that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean they have any connection with that woman. That woman is gone in an hour. Have a nice day. And they never talk to them again. A woman. I mean, me as a woman, I couldn't do that. So it's a completely different scenario.
Okay. How about you, brother? How do you feel about that, Mr. Isaiah?
Crazy enough, I actually agree. I agree with everybody. The only thing that I disagree with, though, is that just because a woman throws herself at a man does not mean a man is going to submit to that, especially if he's sexually disciplined. But other than that, yeah, I do think that women cheat emotionally and men can just fuck.
I got a question for all three of the black women on the panel. Why is it so hard for black women to shut the fuck up?
I don't have that problem.
Okay,
I'm not
cool.
like.
Well, unless somebody speaks that has the problem, Because I heard somebody laugh. For the people that think that it's problematic to shut up, does anybody think that it's problematic? Oh no, no.
Okay. I do have to work on it all the time. I'm in constant prayer, Lord Jesus, to set and watch my mouth, Lord. It is hard because I feel like when I'm watching my king make decisions, okay, and I feel like I know there's always more than one way to skin a cat. I understand that. But I feel like when I'm watching him make leadership decisions, and it could have been done, and it could have been done differently in a more maybe economical, feasible, logistical, whatever way. So then I get to voice it. But now I've learned, ladies, this is my tip though. When you're talking to your man, if you want a thing for the sake of conversation, let's say it's a refrigerator. Let's keep it simple. Hey, babe, the refrigerator's about to go out. We need one. Okay, so you've informed him. You didn't tell him anything because we don't tell him anything. We've informed him. Okay, and then you give him some options. Say, hey, and since we're gonna need that, then I looked at Costco, brand new, Johnny up the street, used. I can get a 0% credit card, and then we can put it on that. But since you handle our finances, love, I've given you some options. Those are some ways. I'm sure you'll handle us accordingly. But I need a
So
refrigerator.
let me ask a better question, right? Because I feel like that was like a
That was too long for that was a good answer.
No, it was an answer for sure. So what I want to say is that if I provide 100%, right, you have no financial responsibilities whatsoever. Does that come with automatic silence?
I believe it.
Can I answer that?
Agree, because I'm a girl's girl.
So here's my thought process, and my thought process might be different, but I do come from a 2-parent household. My daddy was the sole provider, but what I learned was with my mom, it wasn't what she said to him, it was how she said it. And because of the way she chose to use her words, my daddy just flowed with it. But at the same time, if my daddy felt that it was more a conscious decision to do B and not A, and he said no, his no was a no and there was no but.
And that's why your mom was a wife. And see that is what a feminine answer sounds like. And it's going to be a lot of women, unfortunately, especially the black women, they're like, hell no, hell no, hell no. And this is what you have to understand, right? When I say shut the fuck up, it's meant to trigger you. And I don't know why it would trigger you. It's no different from good morning. They're just words. But when you tell a black woman, or even reference to a black woman having to shut that thing that is so detrimental to their relationships, which is their mouth, they use their mouth for everything but the right thing. If they mastered sucking penis the same way they mastered arguing, probably wouldn't even have an argument ever from their man. But we can go a little bit deeper into context. Like you said, it is not what you say, it's how you say it. And most women will die single because they have lost the art of finessing their messages into men, right? If my wife said, nigga, won't you take the trash out? I would probably feel like combative, like, whoa, like who the fuck are we talking to in here? Like, versus, hey, babe, I ain't even gonna lie. I love when my big sexy man take the trash out. I might get up, take the trash out, spray the bottom of the trash can. Like, you ladies have lost the art of finesse. And I tell women this all the time. You've lost the art of massaging things in. Women have always been the leader of the household. Men have just been programmed to believe that we lead it, but we don't. You have the coochie, and the coochie is connected to our penis, which is connected to our brain. And and it just is what it is. But women don't know how to massage it in anymore. Y'all want to come in and be just as combative as we are. Nigga, take the trash out. Bitch ass nigga, you can wash the dishes. You're like, God damn. Like,
are they talking like that?
Nobody's talking to nobody like that.
Man, listen, these two
These
gun-toting, tobacco-chewing bras, these bras is rough out here. These bras are rough. Thug life on their stomach. You hear, listen, you don't see that.
Nobody's talking to nobody like that. I think every woman knows that. I mean, even my mother used to say that there are two ways a woman can talk to a man. She can talk to the king in the man, or talk to the fool in the man. And talking to the fool in the man says what you're saying. You can't, you ain't, you didn't, and nigga, all of that. And then
they talking to the thug. They talking to the thug in these niggas. I'm telling you.
Yeah. I've never heard that. They talking to the thug.
Man,
right.
Some of the shit these women say, listen, I'm outside sometimes. And I've literally seen women talk so savagely to these men, and I'm just wondering, like, and this would be my thing, right? And this is just real as it gets. I come from a world where when certain sentences leave your mouth, male or female, you should be ready to have your hands up. straight like that. And these women are calling these men bitches. These women are calling these men sassy. Like what would make you think that you could sit in front of me, a heterosexual man, and be like, nah, nigga, you sassy. You need to shut up. You're not my girlfriend. Like, I don't know who the fuck. Like, but anyway, you know what? But yeah, these women are rough out this joint. These women are. What makes a man sassy? Can we talk about that tonight? Could somebody give me an example of what would make a man sassy?
I don't think that it's the fact that men are sassy. I think it's the fact that we have women that are too aggressive, that aren't prepared for a man who is emotional. I'm not using the right word. Not emotional, but in tune with his emotions. Because some men hold it in and they don't express their dissatisfactions, or I don't like it when you do this, or I don't like it when you talk to me in such manner. And because of how some of us were raised, we can't handle a man. We say we want it, but then when we get that man that's like, hey, babe, like, you don't have to talk to me like that. Oh, you sassy. But how does that make you sassy? You said that that's what you wanted in your man. You want your man to communicate with you. You want your man to be in tune with his feelings. And he's letting you know, as a woman, you don't have to speak to me in such a manner. But once he corrects your actions, it's a problem.
So is sassy emotional intelligence? Is that the equivalent? Is that what we're saying?
That's what women try to weaponize it as. Yes.
That's not the same thing. That's not the same thing.
But women try to weapon like let's say if me and you have a disagreement, but I am communicating with you effectively, right? A woman will say, well, not a woman. Well, these girlish adults will be like, oh, you're going back and forth with me. You can articulate. That's sassy. You're gay for being able to communicate effectively. I'm telling you, this is what happens day in and day out. But go ahead, I'm listening.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was making the definition. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. So you have to understand. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm from St. Louis. I'm hood. Okay, I'm girly, but I'm hood. So because I'm from the streets, I see stuff that you probably don't see. You see what I'm saying? So I'm more aware. I'm more exposed to certain things. I have female friends that used to be my female friends, but they're not my female friends because they had an issue with my mannerism and my thought process. But I'm telling them, like, dude, like, you pretty, but you just too masculine. That heterosexual man don't want a man. He want a woman.
I thought sassy men were like, he's more concerned about his hair being coiffed more than mine, or I don't get the front door treatment and I don't get the umbrella because it's raining. And I thought sassy was some of that stuff, like, oh, I can't step in the puddle, but you gonna make me step in the puddle? See, I thought
when they want to be more feminine than you are, they expect.
Yeah, that's what I thought sassy.
Yeah, me too. That's why I was a little confused.
In defense, is a man that is focused on his appearance, would that make him sassy because he likes to keep up with his hair?
No, I meant like men that like they make memes about it now, where the woman's opening the door for the man now, and the woman's paying for the date, and the different that's what I thought was like a sassy.
Maybe he's a gigolo. Oh. Did you ever think of that? Because I mean, I'm just saying, like, I feel like we try to like beat up on men often. And a sucker is born every day. Some of these women are out here paying for dick at an alarming rate, and they don't want to believe it, and they would like to tell themselves something different. But a lot of these women are out here paying for dick at a high level. How many women do you know that are with a ain't shit ass dude? And she covers all the bills, all of the responsibilities, and everything else, and she's okay with that situation. So does that make me less of a man because you want to pay for my penis, or does that make you less of a woman?
Ooh. Women that I know pay for it, I'm not gonna lie, they wouldn't get it any other way. So
well, no, so I hear that, and that you would think in a perfect world that would be what it is, but usually it's not the out of shape women or the least attractive women or however we want to coin it. It's the success, because I write about this in my book. So there's a chapter in my book, right? It is literally called Successful, Sexy, and Single. These successful, sexy ass bad bitches are single as fuck. And so what'll happen is they won't understand how the chubby girl or the regular girl, and I'm doing air quotations because all of y'all regular, but the regular girl can get, they say it all the time, right? The regular girl gets the husband. It's the chubby girl with the lunch lady arms that has the husband. I don't get it. I got my ribs sucked out. I got a new pussy, new lips. Why can't I get a man? And so These are the women, believe it or not. It's not the regular ones, because the regular ones are still down to earth. The regular ones are in love with being feminine. But these so-called bad itches, these are the ones that's paying for dick. They are paying for dick. They are flying men out. These women are even buying themselves engagement rings just to keep up with the lifestyle. I promise you. And I'm in that lifestyle, so I see it every day. All these little reality stars and all of that, those men that they be having, those men are props. These women have the money. They are buying those rings. They are taking themselves on those trips. With the man is nothing but a trophy. He's like a purse. He's just like another high designer purse. That's it. He's good to show around and flaunt. But these women are paying for everything. But hold on, we got to answer this super chat because this man paid money.
Okay.
And so we got to answer the super chat. And make sure y'all get y'all super chats. And you women out here that's kneeling down to men, proposing to men, you should be a fucking shame to yourself. Anyway, why is wifehood and motherhood less appealing to some women today? It's a baddies culture shaping values, or is it something deeper? And I'll let you guys answer, whoever wants to answer that.
I think it's social media. I think we're making our brains think, and they're making it where it's a culture where women, are working more, and the equality and this and that, and people aren't being raised right anymore with the right values. We're just not growing up the same. I mean, I grew up with way older parents, so I think that's what makes me a lot different. My father was 40 when I was born, so I grew up with a whole different generation of parents, and no matter what I've seen or gone through, that's never changed my brain. No matter how much social media I see, nothing's ever changed my brain. But this new generation, they think they don't need a man. And that's a big problem. We don't need men, we don't need fathers, we don't need husbands, and it's very sad, but that's what's going on, and that's what I see on Instagram every day. So I think it's social media and the internet that's making this happen to us.
Yeah, and she said it well. Yeah, it's classical conditioning at its best. I mean, you all give us dopamine spikes for doing that thing. And so, we're going to chase that drug higher than anything. Us meaning women. So you all don't praise the good girl. The good girl doesn't get all the praise. She's not glorified. She's not getting dopamine hits on her feed. So I'm just saying that I agree with her. It's Pavlov conditioning.
How old are you? I'm sorry,
Me?
that was rude. I'm sorry, don't answer that.
I'll answer. I'm 42.
I'm 37.
Okay. And you all look so lovely at that too.
Thank you.
Likewise.
How old are you, Miss Powell?
I don't have to answer that. I don't want to. You can ask the lady her weight and her age. Okay, I'm working on both of those.
So hold up. No, hold up. Stop. No, this is my show. This is my show. This is my show. Exactly. That's my exact. That's my exact. You gonna eat some coochie? You can admit to eat some coochie, but won't say your age.
And I just feel that that's my choice. How about that? And I can rest in that. But thank you for asking me.
But my question is, women always expect for a man to be transparent.
I have been transparent.
But you won't even tell your age, which is simple. Why are you ashamed of aging?
I didn't say I was ashamed. I understand that. And I love how
because proper conduct is not fair exposure, right? Like when you get pulled over and you know that you got your license and insurance, you're like, hey, officer, how are you doing? But if you don't got it, you probably got an attitude when he come to your window.
True. But it's a choice. If it's something I choose not to say, I can actually stay.
Okay, well, you know what? You keep your age where it's at. Chat, they said 46. Somebody said 60.
60? Okay, thank you.
Damn,
okay.
60.
I know 60 years old. She probably just in her 40s and don't want to admit it. And that's fine. She's still adorable. But I will say this. When you made the comment that the good girls, like when I say the dating pool is trash to the point to where I just tell people no. Because most men, once they get to know me and they realize that I'm not loud and I'm not combative and I'm actually looking for that man that knows how to lead, they run because they're not prepared. I don't feel away. I'm okay with it, but they run. I've had people be like, you know what? I just like the way you built and I just wanted some, but yeah, nah. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Nice meeting you. Bye. And I also don't give second chances. So if we date and you fumble me, that is it.
So are they saying you're in their mind, stability means boring nowadays in this because we've normalized, chaos so much. So are they saying you're boring? Is that what they're saying? Because because you're stable?
It's not the fact that I'm boring. Most men are toxic. Most men that find me attractive are toxic. So they're looking at the face, they're looking at the hips. So most people pay to look the way I'm built.
Okay.
So they're looking at my shape. Oh man, I want to hit that.
Understood.
Right. You know, I want to hit that. And then they get to know me and they like, oh, you do this? Oh, you this? Because social media, you're only going to get one side of me.
Right. So you're
I'm
a woman of
showing you.
substance. You're saying that, I mean, that you're deeper than the hips and the thighs, and they kind
Right.
of get.
And
that's-
they're not prepared
ready.
for it. Because on
They're not ready.
social media, I purposely don't show my full body because I don't want the attention. My face is enough. So if you see me in person, you like, well, why you be hiding all of that? Well, what do I need to show it for?
Facts.
But are we, and not you per se,
Go ahead.
but are these women really being fumbled or are these women being punted? Because there's a difference. For something to be fumbled, right?
Ooh,
I didn't hear you because of what she said, and I didn't hear you because he was talking.
So I was saying, are these women being fumbled or are these women being punted, right? Because there's a major difference, right? When you fumble something, you're fumbling something that is precious, that everybody wants. I don't know if you've ever seen a fumble on a football field, but every team, every person that is on that field is scrambling, fighting, scrapping. They're damn near ready to kill in order to get what has been dropped. Versus when something is punted, it's kicked usually to one person or just to the other side of the field, and you can let it go out of bounds. You can let it just spin there and see if it finds good grounding. But to be fumbled, I don't think that people you fumble like really valuable things or things that you deem valuable, and I don't know too many people that are just fumbling extraordinary things time and time and time again. So are these women being fumbled or are they being punted?
And does everybody understand like the definition of punted? Can you define that real quick? I'm sorry. The punted means that I just don't want you because I'm kicking you.
I kicked you. Yeah, I just kicked you to like you were cool, but boop, I'll kick you down there, and wherever you land, and whoever gets you.
I can't speak for other women because I'm not them. But in my situation, like even right now, I have a dude. He uses apps and the whole 9 yards just to reach me because he's like, I wasn't ready for you. I wasn't ready for what you were bringing to the table. Okay, that's your loss. Because I date for the intent to marry. I'm not dating to have a good time. I'm not dating to get a nut. If that's all I wanted from you, I'd tell you that up front. And it wouldn't be any more but that one-time interaction, and then we go on about our merry way, and I see you in public and be like, hey, no conversation really had. So I've had multiple men, like at the time, like I know what you said you wanted, and I thought I could convince you and still do this over here, but now I'm ready to be married. So I can't speak for other women because I'm not them. In my situation, because I don't date everybody that finds me attractive, I know that I'm a beautiful woman. So tell me something more than that. That's gonna make me wanna even give you my attention.
So we got two men up here, right? You have me, and then you have the brother Isaiah, and we're both married at that, right? And I want y'all to hit the super chats and hit the likes as well. And so I'm going to get a man's perspective. How many women in your lifetime, and I don't know what your dating history is, but would you say that you've fumbled a lot of great women, or like when you came across a great woman, even what you weren't ready for, you were willing to learn how to be ready? Like how would you assess that?
I feel like I punted more women than I fumbled. I fumbled one point in my life, and then luckily I was able to spin the block and marry her, and that was my childhood sweetheart.
Wow.
But most women, I feel like when they approach the table of dating, I don't feel like they're ready for what that really entails. Kind of going back to the conversation we were having earlier. Do you even understand what femininity looks like and what your role in the dating game is? Like, do you know what you want? Do you know what you're looking for? And it kind of sounds like, Latasha, you know what you're looking for. So I say you're one of the few. But generally, are you coming here because you're ready to build something, or are you coming here for the social media life?
And I'll even go into more of context of that. I've met women that I wasn't ready for. Like, I've been at certain points in life. I've been with women when I was in the streets, and I wasn't ready to give the streets up. I wasn't. But I was even willing to pretend or like fake it till I make it in order to figure it out, because something that is that precious, I'm willing to accommodate to the best of my abilities. But I've punted way more women than I fumbled. I can say in my lifetime, and I I have an extensive track record. I've only fumbled one, and then meeting my wife, I couldn't let it go, and I wasn't even ready for my wife, but I had to figure it the fuck out because I wasn't even willing to risk it because I know what it felt like to fumble a once in a lifetime type of situation. Somebody either has me on their TV or something because it's like a static or something. I don't know what's going on. Nobody has me on their TV. All right, Mars, what's up?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Life is stupendous. Thank you for joining the chat. How may we service you
Thank
this
you for
evening?
having me. I'm just listening in, and there were some things that you guys were conversing about before, and I had something to say, but the conversation was just moving so rapidly that I'm just listening now, and I'll chime in if that's okay when I have something to say. But as of right now, I'm just listening to you, beautiful
Okay.
people.
And how did you get up here? Did you, Brandy, you're trying to come up. Did you like copy the link or did you just press it?
I pressed it, and it worked for me. I was in your backstage at first, and then you had to let me in, I guess. So that's how I got in
Okay.
here.
All right, cool. Click the link for you guys to come on up here. Like, did you guys have any topics you wanted to talk about or anything on your mind? Is there anything you might want to ask me, ask the good brother up here? Y'all got men up here, married black men at that, which is kind of rare to find nowadays. So, take advantage of it, What's up?
Okay, so I do have a question, Mr. Isaiah. When it comes down to a man dating a woman, why does the word "I love you," and I'm not categorizing, so I'm going to say scare some men. Why does that word scare men?
Why does the word "I love you" scare man? I mean, I think that you have to identify what kind of man you're talking to. So, am I talking to a person that's actually wanting to pursue me and actually wants to be with me and understands the commitment of love, or am I just dating somebody who's just having fun? So, I think that if you're bumping into a man who is just into having fun, then anything that has to do with love is going to frighten him. And then, furthermore, I really think that people don't really know what "I love you" means. Like, ask them so when you say you love me, what are you saying? And I guarantee you they're going to give you the characteristics of love: to be patient, to be kind, to be helping, to be all of that stuff. But what are you really defining? When you tell a person that you love them, are you cognitive of what you're actually saying? Most people aren't. They just think that based off of the term that we've been together means that we should be in love by now. So I think that most people are probably get scared of that word because it involves some level of honesty, some level of commitment, and some level of discipline that they're not ready to engage in.
Got you. Okay. I respect it. It was just an honest question. I dated a dude. It's been a while since I've even spoken to him, but I dated a dude. We were friends in middle school. We were friends in high school, and he'd always liked me, but he was shy. So when we did date in adulthood, and the sad part about it was my "I love you." Like, I wasn't even looking him in his face when I said it. It was like, "All right, big head, I love you. Catch you later," and I walked away. And he pulled a complete 360. And I'm a communicator, so I'm like, dang, like, what's wrong? Is everything okay? He had just lost his mom like a year ago, and he was still grieving from that. And he was very open and honest about his feelings and his emotions about, losing his mom. So when he did what he did, because we had never had an argument or a disagreement, I was like, well, dang, I was more worried about him than are we okay? Because I knew mentally I hadn't did anything to him. So when he did circle back, he literally circled back 9 months later, and he was like, "We aren't ready for that word." And I was like, "We?" I was like, okay."
Wait, he
And so,
disappeared after you said "I love you" for 9 months. I hate to cut you, Tasha. So you said it, and then he disappeared for 9 months.
correct, he did. He disappeared for 9 months. Because I didn't know what was going on, I just gave him his space, right? Because, like I said, we never had an argument. We never had a disagreement. We most definitely were talking about long-term goals, relationship, marriage, all of that. So when he did what he did, I'm like, okay, he is still grieving the loss of his mom. It's the holidays. I'll just, give him his space. I'm not gonna hound him. So when he did circle back, yeah, I do want to know, like, is everything okay? Like, what was the matter? And that was his response. So I was like, wait, you ghosted me because of me? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, interesting. And he was like, but I'm ready now. And I told him, I said, I don't want it. I said, because I loved you because I can. I love you because I care. It had nothing to do with what you did for me or how you made me feel or none of that. I love you because it's unconditional. I accepted you for who you were, flaws and all. Even though I knew, right, that you were in a broken space because of the loss of your mom. I wasn't judging you. I never judged him when he would bust out crying or none of that. So
So
for me, go ahead. Who said
let
that?
me,
Who said so?
Mr. True first. Let me interject for a second. So you got into contact with him, I guess, from not speaking for him for a while, and
No,
you
he
got
reached out to me.
well when he reached out to you, he was grieving the death of his mother from a year ago.
No, when we were dating, he was grieving the death of his mother.
But when did
And
she
that
pass
was,
away when you guys were dating? Did she pass away while you were dating or a year prior to you dating?
she passed away 6 months before we started dating.
Right.
And
And so you guys started dating, you were together for 6 months. And when we say together, like were you in a relationship or y'all were just dating? Because there's a major difference between
we
the
were
two.
dating. We were
So
dating.
y'all weren't in a relationship.
No,
So y'all were just having sex pretty much.
we had only had sex one time during that whole time span.
So how long were you guys dating each other?
We dated for 6 months. Yeah, we dated for 6 months. No, hold on, excuse me. We dated for 8 months. I started talking to him 6 months after the death of his mother.
And y'all dated for
So,
8 months and had sex
correct.
one time in 8 months.
Right. We had just
And
started having sex
and how often were you guys seeing each other?
every day.
And what kind of bond was this really to be around somebody for 8 months and have sex one time?
He kept saying that he wasn't ready. I don't rush sex if we're dating, I
No,
want
I'm
to make
not.
sure that for one. No, I'm answering the question, I promise. If we're dating, I'm not rushing sex because my main focus is to make sure that you have pure intentions for me because my intentions for you are pure. I would like to get to know you. I want to like you before we go there. So yes, I had known him since seventh grade, but he was attractive. That's not enough for me to want to have sex with you because you're attractive. We spent a lot of time together. So during the time span of us, dating, he was like, I am ready to go to the next level. I'm like, okay, well, what's the next level? He was like, I don't see myself wanting to be with anybody else but you. And we were talking about our kids meeting each other because he has kids and I have two. So I'm like, okay, cool. So yes, we had sex one time in the course span of us, chopping it up. And I don't even understand why he did what he did because if I talk to Tandy every day on the phone, yeah, okay, love you, girl, have a good day, bye. That's all it really was. It
But
wasn't
you
a
all
I'm in
weren't
love
there.
with
You
you.
all weren't there. You all were just fucking. So that was a
Ex-
little too much emotion. So maybe he thought you were moving too quick, too fast. He wasn't even there. We just fucking, and we weren't even fucking a lot. We fucked one time. It's
But
like,
that's the whole thing. It's called communicate because had he said something, I would have been like, dude, I've known you since seventh
but
grade.
sweetheart, his
What's
actions,
wrong?
sweetheart, his actions showed you. Do you think that it takes a man 8 months to lock in with you? You think that a man that is into you wants to be around you every day for 8 months and we don't want to continuously have sex and be up under each other and get closer and closer? That's not the way that working towards a relationship works. So his actions showed you everything that you needed to know. Like what did I need? Do I need to tell you that I don't like you if I pull a weapon out on you and shoot you?
No, but see, that's the very reason why when he came back, I wouldn't deal with him again. Because
So let
again,
me ask you this.
my I
Did he
love
fumble
you.
you or did he punch you?
To me, he fumbled because he the one came back to me and he's the one.
no,
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 I'm
no,
being honest because
no,
he the one that came back to me. I
no.
didn't come back to him. I had
That's
no intentions on reaching out or communicating
no.
again. He's the one that came back to me and he's the one that still won't let it go. He's still asking for another chance. He's the one that's still saying, I'm ready now.
At
Yeah.
what point in the 8 months did you guys have sex?
There are men like that.
Shay, stop it.
Okay, what'd you say?
At what
What?
point within that 8 months did you actually have sex at one time?
We had sex probably like month 7. And then that was like right around the holidays. And he just started saying like I need a moment. But I want to say like 2 or 3 days before that he like broke down. about the loss of his mom. He was like, because he was achieving a lot. He was achieving a lot of good things in his life, and it was bothering him that his mother wasn't there to cheer him on. And
I got
so that was like literally our last conversation. I'm like, it's going to be okay. I was being encouraging. We were sitting there talking face to face. I sat there and let him lay his head in my lap and cry.
So that changes things for me. What I said about love still stands, but in this particular situation, I think that sex is a communication tool for a man. So being around an attractive woman, I think there comes a point in time where that man should want to engage with you sexually, want to touch you, want to be close with you, want to be intimate with you. So I'm not saying that he has to be hypersexual, but I am saying as the relationship progresses, especially to the point of love, there should be something about him that says, I'm ready to take this to a more physical level. For him to be able to be around you for 7 months and not want to take that to a physical level, I'm a little disturbed by that. I don't know if he was progressing with the relationship the same way you were. I'll say it like that.
I don't think I was progressing with the relationship. Because he, like I said, the conversation that we had, he literally had broke down. He called and he was like, because he would call every day, like, where you at? I ain't seen you. And I'll laugh. I'm on my way. Here I come, yada, yada. And so he reached out and he was like, I just need to talk. And you could hear it in his voice, like he just wanted to cry. And so I pulled up on him and I'm like, what's the matter? And he just fell to his knees and he started crying. And so I didn't say too much. I was just, rubbing his back, rubbing his head, wiping his tears. He expressed how he was feeling. I gave him, encouraging words, and I let him know, I know she's going, I know it's hard, etc., etc., etc. So even when I said I love you, I said friend. I didn't say baby, I didn't say bae, none of that. He took it that way. So had he had a conversation with me, I would have just let him know, no, I care about you, but no, I'm not in love with you or none of that. But again, I've known this man since 7th grade.
I just don't agree with the whole fumble.
So it was really just lack of communication. I don't know what happened, but I can't hear nothing. I can tell you talking.
Oh,
all right.
I'm just saying that. Can anybody hear me? I'm just saying
Let me
that
see
I
if
don't
I can
really.
fix this.
I can hear you.
Go ahead.
I
You're
can
fine.
hear you.
Yeah, for me, I just cannot understand the fumble part. And I think a lot of women, a lot of us, we romanticize things. We make things more than what they really are. We're not reading the room. We're not using our own emotional intelligence. We may want that person more. The bottom line is, not that I'm an expert at being married, but what I will tell anybody, I know that when a man wants you, he wants you. End of discussion. You don't have to guess. You're gonna have to figure and play mind games. You don't have to do any of that. When he says it's like caveman, I want you, I'm taking you off the market, period, point blank. It's just that simple. So the fumble, I can't see that. I think he punted, and I think that we as women, our egos, we all have egos. Who wants to be punted? I have been punted before. Everyone's been punted at some point. Obviously, women get punted more than men because there's more of us. Men have an infinite number of balls to kick to the other side, of course. And women, based on where we are on our scale of value, looks, sex, age, blah, 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 it's like this, like if, the 27, 30 starts going down that bell curve, then obviously you're going to get more punts than you are going to get more fumbles because no one was even keeping you to begin with.
I 100% agree with you. And there's no reason why nobody can tell why he's spinning the block right now. Maybe he was just like, yo, I had sex the first time, I didn't like it, and I want to spin the block to see what's up with it now.
So for everybody that wants to join the chat, you can either click the link in the bio in order to join the chat, and make sure you hit the super chats and the likes, and that's at the top and the bottom of the chat. Everybody over Instagram, come over to the YouTube channel, Nothing But the Truth Podcast. Let me just put this out there about that a lot of women like to flatter themselves, all right? And they say things like, these men are intimidated by me, or they say things like, I was dealing with a man that was afraid to love, right? They say things like this to protect their ego, right? Let me explain something to you about the biomechanics of a man, right? We jump out of planes for fun. We jump into lakes and wrestle alligators for fun. We go fight wars and set ourselves on fire and ride on dirt bikes up to mountains. This is what we do for fun. We go rock climbing and choke snakes out for fun. This is what we do. So fear, I don't believe, has ever played a part in a man wanting to commit or being in love with a woman. Let me cook for a second. And then you said that's white men. Well, let's take it a little bit deeper. We sell drugs in the ghetto while the police patrol. We run around and shoot down other black men for fun. We rob other black men for fun. Like we can do this in a plethora of ways. Men do adrenaline-based things. They live on the edge. So you think that a pistol-toting, plane-jumping, snake-wrestling, alligator-fighting, beer-shoving man, right? Because that's what we are, right? You think that fear kicks in when it comes to loving you? Is that what you believe? Or is it that I only viewed you as a friend? And when I say friend, I mean literally just a friend. I never wanted more. I never viewed you as more. It was never going to be more. And the sex that we did have, which was one time in 7 months, it happened. It was something to do because there was nothing to do. And when you said you love me, it got weird. It got weird from like, whoa, like, how did we get there? How? That was like awkward. Like, yeah, I mean, I get we had sex and I get we were cool and we were kicking it, but love, like, that's a bit much. And I think that's why he ghosted her, because it's like, we've never been there. Why would we ever start doing that? Why would we ever make that a thing? Brandy, but you have to turn your camera on. So that's my feeling about it. And listen, I've been around people that they blur the lines in order to make them feel better. They just will. And we've all been there. I'm pretty sure you guys have befriended somebody and maybe you're chilling and maybe you go in for a hug and they try to peck you on the lips and you're like, whoa, like what the fuck is that? You just don't even see it coming because there is no type of attraction there. Have anybody else experienced that?
I'm sure at some point.
Right? Like, I guess I'm just crazy.
But
But
I
anyway,
think that there's a movie, like he's just not that into you. He's just like, I think men, he just wasn't that into her. Like it was something to do when there was nothing to do. But as women take it as, oh, well, he's mourning the loss of his mom. Always making excuses for men.
yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Always. And that's what I saw. She's not a bad woman. It kind of hurt my soul for her because she really was making but it wasn't this, but it wasn't that, but it really was, babe. That's the
Ego.
problem.
It was
We have
ego.
to see it.
She's never been punted, which we've all assessed that she got punted. She had a big boot to the ass. She's been punted, and she
But
refused.
why even stay there for that long if you guys are not having sex?
Because most women are in denial. She
Okay.
refused to admit, even after we gave her all of the evidence that she was punted, she still said that she was fumbled. That's like me telling Miss Powell down there, you are a African American woman, and she's looking me dead in my face and say I am as white as the pure driven snow. And I would say, ma'am, look at your nose. Look at your lips. Your uncle had a bone in his nose. Ma'am, you are from Wakanda, Africa. Anyway, Brandy, you are going to have to turn your TV off or something. You had too many things on and it's making it staticky. So I don't know if you have your TV on or what you got going on. But anyway, what's the next topic?
And that cognitive dissonance, that cognitive dissonance is real. What women see versus what's really happening. I hear this all the time when girls say, no, he really is my man. I go, well, what made you say that? Because he over here fucking me 3 times a week. I go, so... But he goes back home to another woman. But that's your man because he's frequently, it's cognitive dissonance. They want something to look like a thing, although it's not the thing. And they want to put that square peg in that round hole vibe. And it's like, baby girl, that's not it. But
and they're tricking their minds into believing that that's fact.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've all done it at some point.
Hey, Brandy, what's up?
What's up?
What's on your mind this morning, Brandy?
Well,
Evening.
everybody's situation, I have a very different situation than everybody else. I was a virgin until 23, knew my man from 25 years ago, got with him 8 years ago, and he cheated on me from the get. And I told him to fuck anybody you wanted, just let me know. Just tell me. He lied.
So if he told you, would you stay? Or if he told you, are you leaving? What do you say?
I mean, if he told me, I would have been fucking other people myself.
So then why be with
Because
him at all? Just be single.
I was in like, well, the thing is, I was in a serious relationship. I was in a 13-year relationship when I saw him again. So I was gonna let him be him.
Okay, you guys.
And I wanted to have that experience as well. I never had what they say is a hoe phase. I never had that. So I was gonna let him do what he wanted to do as long as he, let me know. But he said he wanted to just be with me. And he
But he
lied
was.
about it the whole time. And maybe be friends with the bitches. He wasn't only fucking them, he was also like making them hang out with me.
Oh, off with their heads, everyone.
Yeah, no shit.
Sorry.
What?
Very narcissistic as fuck.
Hmm.
Just narcissistic.
Okay.
Did
now
you
he
leave
broke
the
me down.
13-year relationship for him?
Huh?
Did you leave the 13-year relationship for him?
No.
Okay.
We both got out of a relationship at the same time and just found each other at the same time. He talked me up, supported me, bragged about me to everybody. I mean, made me feel like the queen that I was. At the same time, doing that behind my back.
And having the girls around you that he was
Yes.
fucking.
Yes. And that was the main thing. I didn't care what he was doing.
Right.
It was the fact that these women knew what they were doing. And it was just in my face.
Well, if you didn't care what he was doing, why do you care now? It seems like a double
No, no,
standard.
no. I told him he could do what he wanted. Just let me know. Don't lie to me about it.
But when you found out about it, then you knew. Then you already had satisfaction. The cat's out the bag. You knew it, even though he didn't tell you. So you should have been okay with it, according to the philosophy you're giving us. To me.
Well, no. The thing is he kept lying. He denied. He was very manipulative. Very.
Right.
So
Right. But his
give me
omission
1
didn't mean
second.
true.
She wanted the mutual
So
respect of the truth.
let me get this right. I just want to know
Full
if
disclosure.
let me get this right. So I can do whatever I want to do, sleep with as many women as I want to sleep with, as long as I inform you about it.
Yes. Yes.
But when I don't inform you about it, now it's betrayal.
Yes.
Ready?
And the reason why is because
Is she classified that as wanting to have a hoe phase?
Yes, but she didn't like the fact that he could sleep with as many women and have them around as friends, but he wanted her to be faithful, so to speak. So, but she wanted, if he would have been transparent, basically, if he would have said, I'm going to just be actively sleeping with these other women, she would have went out and been actively sleeping with other men. So he deprived her of having a hoe phase, and that's what she's upset about. You could have let me be a hoe too. She wanted to be a hoe as well. So that was the issue.
That's why
Yep.
you're the moderator. Yeah, you really deciphered that because I was a little lost for us.
I was stuck too, Miss.
Thank
I
you.
was
Thank
stuck
you.
sometimes, be like, I was like, okay, how does him being a hoe mess up your hoe phase? I was
Right.
confused there.
Because he
Yeah,
wanted exclusivity, and that's why he was lying about the women that he was sleeping with. Because if he was to be transparent about digging other women out, then she was going to go out and get dug out as well. So she was like, well, there's no way, that's where the betrayal's at. I want to be a hoe. You're being a hoe, but you're trying to play it as if you're being faithful when you're being a hoe. If you would have actively let me know that you were out here getting coochie, she wanted to get smashed as well. She just wanted to, a fair exchange. She wanted to match hoe energy. So
But if I found out that you're hoeing, why don't I just say, hey, I found out you're hoeing. Can I hoe too? What's up? Like, why can't
absolutely no, and I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that in every way. But thank you, Denise Franklin. Thank you. We finally got a super chat, y'all. We must not be having a great conversation tonight because we've been on here for hours, and the live has been jumping. But anyway, let me see.
Christmas.
Mars, you keep coming up here, Mars, and you ain't saying shit. But anyway, I'm going to bed. It was a pleasure talking to all of you guys. I'm burnt the fuck out. Y'all have a great night, great holidays, and I'll see you guys in Kansas City. But we'll come back and do